Oh my God. Okay, let's go. Welcome to the worst year of our lives. Thanks. Good job. Yeah, thanks for putting that right at the beginning. Yeah, that's great. That's what we want. I'm not restarting.
Good.
I'm not restarting.
Okay.
This is the worst year of our lives, aka the news.
Hi.
I'm Drew. That's Scott. Not Scott. At not Scott Henson. At Syrian Softpaws. Don't forget that if you want to get your Manscaped products,
Yep.
while we still have them. Go to manscaped.com, use the promo code CATS20 on anything you're going to purchase. It's going to help us out a bunch if you go, assuming that they follow through with paying us. You can...
I think they will.
Scott's got a Cameo. It's cameo.com/scoot. You can go there
That's
and
true.
tell him to say mean things to your friends or to you. He'll degrade you if you want.
Or to just stare ominously at the camera for 45 seconds.
What is there anything you wouldn't do? Within the legality of Cameo.
Yeah, because I was going to vaginal intercourse.
Yeah.
But you can't do that on Cameo anyway. So what allowable on Cameo that I wouldn't do? I don't think I have much of a leg to stand on as far as that goes, because literally the second one I did was show feet.
Yeah, I know.
So how
I'm
far?
gonna make art of it.
I mean, technically,
Good art. What's up to all of our dude dogs, our thick hogs, tier 3s,
top hog and top dog.
top hog, not dog, you know. Thanks for subscribing and being a part
Has
of
anyone
this
subscribed
journey.
since we told you yesterday? I should hope you did.
Yeah.
And if you did, you got a brand new emote.
There you go.
And if you didn't, punishment.
And if your name is Brian, you're an idiot. Join, subscribe,
Brian, subscribe.
We're talking to you, Brian.
Brian!
It's free real estate.
Brian.
But just for you, Brian. It's free real estate. I don't know. Is that all? All request is still happening, and
All request is still happening.
You're making
Hey,
life miserable for
You want
us.
to keep this boat rolling, as the phrase goes? Pick a movie.
Pick a movie.
Any movie. Name a woman.
A woman?
Name a woman.
Any woman.
Name a woman.
I can't. I
Well,
can't.
if you're better at this than Drew, name a woman. Send the name of that woman along
Pick
with
a woman.
100 US American dollars to paypal.me/notscotthenson, and we will do a movie starring that woman. Or if the woman is not an actress, we will do a movie of our choosing. That seems fair. Or I guess you can specify the movie. But if that movie's over 2 hours, God help you.
You're an idiot.
The streets will run red with your blood should the movie be over 120 minutes. Even over 90, we'll be kind of pissed, but the fact it's $100 now would give a little bit of anger leeway.
Yeah. A little bit. Not a lot.
A little.
A little. An itty bitty amount. Let's just fucking powerhouse. Oh, I swore in the first 15 minutes. Oh well. Let's just get going with this.
I mean, it's a good test of the good boy points.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to have...
Yeah.
I will probably have to upload another 15 videos entitled fuck that I intentionally demonetize to get the good boy points back.
Yeah.
But a system is now in place. So
It's a good thing you know the system.
So better than
If
nothing.
you didn't know the system, then we'd still be in the terrible place where
We'd still be
before.
gay. And then...
I don't think that's going to change, man.
So we have, let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things to talk about.
Yep, we sure do.
We're going to do it inside
You're an idiot.
1 hour. And I'm
Inside an hour?
going to talk about 4 really quickly. You talk about 4 really
At the same
quickly.
time? Over
At the
top
same
of each
time.
other?
Yes.
Separate things?
Yes.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, so I'm going to do Mobility Mary.
Okay.
And you go Tromeo and Juliet. And go. So Mobility Mary
so
is
it's
a YouTube
based
thing
on,
recommended by Sonic.
obviously, Romeo and
And-
Juliet. And
Anyway, let's do Mobility Mary first. Brought to us by Sonex, a rare hit by Sonex. Oh, you probably
for
don't
once.
know his latest request. It
Am I going to want to kill him?
You would have more had he not changed it.
Oh, good.
The first one, I believe, is an anime movie.
At least it's a movie, not a fucking series.
But it could be one of those
Ah!
movie that's
Those are the worst.
movie that's also a series. That I believe by his description, he really likes but will probably hate.
That tracks.
And then cooler heads prevailed, and he changed it to 3 episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation,
Oh, I like that.
which I am
I absolutely love that.
perfectly happy with.
Better be the right ones.
He said random number generator.
Oh, okay. Well,
And I said sure. and then I got a special random number generator that generates 2 episodes I like and the TF episode.
yeah, of course.
So all good. It's a real good.
I like that.
It's a real good app.
I-
It's a proprietary app.
Is it in development? You developed it?
Yes.
Nice.
It's a fake random number. It's
I like
a lot of you already have it. It's the calculator app on your phone, and you just put in the number you want, and it's that. Mm-hmm. So
I like Next Generation, so I'm glad.
Yep. I think I've seen all of it.
I think I've seen probably not 100% that I've seen the last season and a bit, but I've definitely seen the first, because what is it, 7 seasons?
I think it's 7.
I've definitely seen 5 seasons.
Okay.
So 6 I'm uncertain of, and I don't think I saw 7, but I have seen all the movies.
Yeah,
I've seen every Star Trek movie.
Yeah, but I bet I haven't seen some Chris Pines. Are there
There's
3? I think I've seen 1.
There's the first one.
think I
that's
saw
just
Star
Trek.
Trek.
Then there's Into Darkness.
Haven't seen it.
And then there's Beyond. Star Trek Beyond.
Maybe
Beyond Madness. Beyond.
Thunderdome.
God damn it.
Beyond Two Ferns.
Beyond Two Ferns.
Yeah, I think I've just seen the first.
I don't want all the shows. I want. Oh, it's just called Star Trek Beyond.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna watch the one that's directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, that's still happening?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Pass.
They changed their mind. Well, I think they changed their mind and he changed his mind. But anyways,
Sounds like a lot of mind changing going on.
yeah.
Mind changer. Heartbreaker.
He said he only wants to do 10 movies.
Shut up.
And is he gonna waste one on fucking? Well, he's doing a.
Well, wouldn't this be his 10th?
Yeah, that's why he didn't want to waste his movie
Yeah, I
on
wouldn't-
fucking Star Trek.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd be such a weird arc for Tarantino, like these, 9 original movies. And I'm like, I'm only making 10, and number 10 is Star Trek. It's a weird move. Also, he's literally never even done sci-fi.
No. He's got a. Does he have a mini series coming out or something?
What am I?
I think.
What am I, a foot doctor?
I think he has a. I thought he has a.
What am I, a podiatrist?
Series. Yeah. It's in pre-production and it's called Bounty Law.
It's in pre-production until someone changes
And
their mind,
it
apparently.
is. It's some. I mean, it's still in pre-production, so there's a lot of.
Is it Steven Seagal?
It
as
follows
a
the
sheriff?
adventures of Jake Cahill as portrayed by fictional 1960s Western television icon Rick Dalton, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ooh.
Bounty Law is a TV show within a movie as depicted in the cinematic masterpiece Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So he's
it's the
making a
show.
show that's the actual show that Leonardo DiCaprio was in.
Cute.
That's pretty sick.
Pretty cute.
He is also apparently, according to IMDb,
Gay.
he's got Kill Bill Volume 3 in development.
Interesting.
And he's got a Django Zorro
What?
cross-promotional thing.
That's
Several years after the events of Django Unchained, Django meets Don Diego de la Vega, the famed Zorro,
Yeah.
and agrees to become his bodyguard on a mission to free the local Aboriginal population from slavery.
wow. Maybe this Django will have a happy ending because I didn't like how the original.
You didn't like that
I
they...
thought it was sad.
That's fair.
All those nice people.
So they're trying. Holy shit. Holy shit. Am I on board for this fucking movie? Who do you think that Tarantino and Jamie Foxx are trying to get to play Zorro?
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio fucking Banderas.
Goddamn right.
Oh, that better happen. That had better fucking happen.
I don't want to shoot too far and then just be inevitably disappointed because it could never measure up.
Yeah.
But what if it was that, but
Everyone's a furry.
Antonio was live action
Puss in Boots? Oh, now we're talking.
Right?
I mean, Puss in Boots is just Zorro.
Yeah.
So, that perfect sense. It tracks.
I just wanted to make this man a cat.
That'd
He'd be a wonderful
as
cat.
sexy as the cat in that WWE thing.
Right?
Yeah. They gave him a badonk. Why? And then I was like, no, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyone who's making a playable WWE character of Puss in Boots is giving him a badonk.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone made creative players in the WWE 2K23, I guess, of Puss in Boots and Big Jack Horner, and they look great.
They look amazing, yeah. I mean, Big Jack Horner's not big enough, but that's...
But he's like a lot bigger than Puss, which in a wrestling game, like, I feel like they've given more size disparity than in previous, because even in old games, like, Rey Mysterio was a couple inches shorter than Andre the Giant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm really disappointed about is that now, years after not playing with wrestling figures anymore, now Jax is doing them at scale.
Oh.
So, like, the guys who are bigger are bigger, and the guys who are smaller are smaller.
Before they were all the same
They were
size,
all the
right?
same height, and they mostly had the same body.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if you're like Johnny Gargano, who's like 5'9",
Drew, you are
I don't know how tall is he?
so generous.
5'7".
He's like 5'5", dude.
Is he 5'5"?
He's a short motherfucker.
I guess he is really small.
Yeah.
But like a guy who's 5'5" and like 175 has that figure. And then it's not just like Johnny Gargano and fucking
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash or like any
Omos.
are the same body, right? Like, that's cool that they're doing that.
Seems like it might be time for you to start playing with baby toys again.
Might be time for pajamas to make a return.
I think so.
We'll see. I think they're way more expensive now than they used to be. Like, you used to be able to get some of them at Walmart, and they would be like $12, $16. I think they're like all $37 now because Jax just has like made it so much harder to enjoy. I don't know.
I like that you're really bailed on that.
I wasn't quite sure where I was going with it. Just that, like, they've made them like better quality and more like detailed. So I guess that means they have to be $20 more.
And inflation.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I only have one left. It's El Torito, and that's all I need.
That is all you need.
He is a little bull.
He's a little bull. He's got a little tail.
Little bull, little tail.
Yep.
Little hooves.
He's perfect.
Yeah, he is.
Put him in my pocket.
Put him in your pocket.
And that was my favorite Mobility Mary moments review. Next. I think that's how to do it. I think that's how we stay on time.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
We
mention the name.
We introduce the movie, and if we talk about the movie, great. If we get on a tangent, great. And then we just stop talking and go to the next movie.
You want to talk about Romeo and Juliet?
I guess we should say a little something about my favorite Mobility Mary moments.
I mean, they are pretty great.
They are great. They are, you know what? These are also my favorite Mobility Mary moments. So, and also, Antifa Catboy, as is tradition, you can decide to put the timestamp now for this when we've actually started talking about it, or 15 minutes ago before we got onto foot fetish directors.
Yep.
So Mobility Mary is a woman on a mobility scooter with a GoPro or whatever on the front of it. So we never see her.
No.
We see what she's seeing.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about her is she's an awful bitch. She's horrible and deserves all the bad things in life to happen to her, which I guess they did because she is dead now.
She is no longer within the living.
She is confirmed dead, and also from all reports, her only disability was being fat as shit.
I mean, Scott, it's not a lifestyle choice, Scott. It is a disease.
It's an identity.
It's an identity.
I identify as fat as shit.
I identify as an obese pig.
It's not a phase, Mom.
So it's just a series of things that she had recorded and uploaded herself.
Yeah. The original uploads are long gone.
Yeah, but-
Other people have
Saved and clipped
and put them up herself.
reposted.
Yeah, because this is put up by like the ghost,
of
Mobility Mary. Yeah.
Which her name isn't Mobility Mary. It's
No, it's
Linda or something like that, yeah.
Like they pretty much confirmed her identity and all that, and also her death from as a result, I believe, due to complications from being fat as shit.
It'll get you every time.
So my first note, which I think I took like really soon, pretty much as soon as she opened her mouth, was, "Oh, I hate this woman already."
Yeah, I mean, she sounds exactly the way
She's instantly
you would
hateable.
expect her to sound.
Yeah. So her first encounter is en route to a. Well, she was going past a Taco Bell.
Or she was going somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think she was
and
actually...
a guy.
had cut her off camera.
Yeah.
Like before the video starts.
Yeah, and he turns into the
Drive-through for the Taco Bell.
the Taco Bell drive-through, and she decides to follow him and make a scene.
Yeah.
So she starts yelling at him, telling him how he could have murdered her.
She almost died.
And then he's like at the ordering thing, and she's just yelling at him from behind.
Excuse me, sir. You almost hit me. You almost hit me.
And then he gets out of the car. It is a member of the Los Angeles
It's
Lakers.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. It is a tall black man in full Lakers garb.
He's wearing a number 30, which I believe was Julius Randle,
Nice.
who doesn't play for them and hasn't played for them for years. I'll tell you in a second, but anyways, continue.
So clearly Pol Pot didn't wear 30.
He did not wear 30. Julius Randle, which is very funny because he was not very good when he was on the Lakers.
I was gonna say, like, Julius Randle, not really a Lakers household name per se.
Nope, he's good now that he's on the Knicks, but he was not like a big name Laker player.
Well, I just needed a change of scenery to the East Coast. Now he's a Knickerbocker, which you got to be careful.
The New York Knickerbockers.
Easy.
I was, sort of.
So he gets out, and like the second he steps out of the car, she starts like slowly.
Oh yeah,
backing up.
she's backing up because he's a minority.
Yeah, and she was like, "You almost killed me," and she's like, "You almost killed me." He's like, "There's no almost in life, ma'am."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Damn, got her."
Yep. And then he follows up with a very obvious statement.
The fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and which it's fun because you learn so like information is slowly revealed over the course of.
She does give us a lot of information.
Yeah, it's like a Kurosawa movie. So you hear him say "fuck Trump," so from that you can deduce like, oh, this bitch has like fucking Trump stickers
Flags
all
and
over, all over her goddamn scooter. Like this is just the worst person. So so that was good fun. And the bulk of them are like her like just straight up starting fights.
Yes.
Like all avoidable, none of which even need to be any. There's one later on where someone like does sort of like pull too far,
almost hit
past
her,
the driveway
sort of.
and almost hits her, but like everything else is just her.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's someone going into a driveway that she's driving across, and it's close, but whatever.
Yeah.
And the person in the car this time just like apologized.
And you can tell she feels
very,
sorry.
very, very sorry.
Like actually genuinely sorry.
Yeah, and Mary's not having it because she's a bitch.
Yeah, she literally just wants to keep giving it. She says like multiple times, "You could have hit me."
Yeah,
and she's like, "I'm so sorry, I did not see you." And she just keeps repeating, "You could have hit me. You almost hit me."
Yeah, and Mary's like catchphrase is, "Oh my god."
Oh my gosh.
No, God.
Is it God?
Yeah. Oh my god. That's it. That's the tone. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a recurring one of a woman walking her dog initially like way up, like a block and a half in front of her. And you hear Mary like warming up to start a fight.
Yeah.
Like she's revving her own bitch engine. She's like, ma'am. Like before, like
ma'am.
she's not even in earshot yet.
Can't
but,
even
like
hear her.
she's getting ready, and the woman walking the dog is the hero
Yeah.
of this video.
Yeah. She really is.
Because it comes back to it several times, and she wants the woman and her dog to step aside so she can
Go past
them en route to Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And the woman's smart. She is smart and she has good judgment.
Yes.
Because she discerned very quickly that this woman is a bitch, and because like you would normally like defer to the handicapped person.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, but she realized so quickly that like no, your being a cunt outweighs any sympathy I would have for anything else that's going on for you, and there's no goddamn way I'm gonna move.
Nope.
And like she just ignores her, just keeps on walking while Mary is just making an absolute scene behind her.
Yes.
And it's a treat.
Well, and at a certain point when she goes to cross the street, there's like a family crossing with like a stroller, and she's like
Going the other way.
Yeah, going like towards her. And she goes, "That lady won't get out of my way. I'm just trying to get around her, and they won't get out of my way." And the husband literally goes, "How do I say, ma'am?"
No,
and they
not-
just keep
not
walking.
having it.
Like they're like, "We're not dealing with this."
I'm not getting involved.
Yeah. There was also the lady who she was crossing the street, and she told the lady, "Can you move? I have to go up the ramp. Can you move?" And
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
She's
So-
not even close to the ramp.
So she's crossed a crosswalk at like a big intersection, and there's the dipped part of the edge of the sidewalk where you can roll on with a wheelchair, scooter, whatever. And there's a woman standing on the corner who Mary interprets to be blocking the way, even though she is not.
Not
She
even
has
close.
all the room in the world.
Not
and,
even close.
And again, love this woman's judgment. Like, I would like to see a picture of Mary in the wild, because people are able to tell so fast,
So
quickly how they should treat her. Because again, same thing, like person in a mobility scooter asking you to move a little so they can get up the indented ramp onto the sidewalk, and you don't do it. Like, you have to determine really quickly how awful a person that is to not do that.
Yeah.
And everyone does it. That's how awful she
within
is.
seconds.
Yeah. That's what I love. So that was a real good one. The tone of her voice is like she's constantly about to cry. She never does, but
Always on the
she has
verge.
that like tremble in her voice because she is just such a victim.
Yeah.
And and then she just starts intentionally causing problems for herself.
Yeah.
She goes to the back of an Ace Hardware or whatever.
No,
What is it?
It's a grocery store, but I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, she goes to the back of a grocery store, and it's not even like it's not a customer entrance.
No, it's not. It's just
it's
literally
a
like
door.
a back like
That
delivery area.
Yeah, that employees would go through sometimes.
And
she's just like at the door yelling for someone to let her in.
Yeah,
I'm
she's got this like real sad tone to
so
her voice
sad.
because she's like,
it's their saddest day.
how am I gonna get into the Rite Aid? Maybe,
yeah.
How am I gonna get into the Rite Aid?
I'm like,
And she's
I don't
"Hello?"
know, the front.
Yeah, she's like, hello, the customer needs assistance.
Now-
Oh."
Now this is the one where I thought you might sympathize with
It's True Value.
With True Value. You might sympathize with her because she appears to also be a backdoor only kind of girl. Then it's more dogs.
The dogs. Her name is Linda Stone, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah,
A good lady.
I'm doxing her.
Yeah, so there's two different ones. There's one where a guy has a boxer
Yep.
off leash, clearly very friendly. Like,
yeah.
Not barking, not aggressive.
Yeah.
Just
like having a good time.
yeah, having a good time, walking down the street, walks up near her. She's flipping out.
Yeah.
And on numerous occasions, she says it's illegal to have
a dog off leash.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's not at all. And like it's not like they're like in front of residences. Right? Like it's usually illegal to have them off leash in like a park. Mm-hmm. But like yeah, they're literally just walking on the sidewalk in front of their house.
Yeah.
Oh, she is exactly how you would picture her to look.
Is she perfect?
Did she die in a...
Tell me a car hit her. Tell me she was right the whole time.
Give me a second. Give me a fucking second. Maybe this is a different person than they're calling her Mobility Mary.
There can be only one. Highlander rules.
No, it's a woman named Mary who was hit by... but...
sad.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, not the fact that she's fucking dead, but, you know.
So there's one with the boxer and she's flipping out. Then there's one with like
little dogs,
Pomeranian,
little Pomeranians.
Yeah,
and she's like, they can't be near me. I'm all covered in bites from dogs.
I'm covered with scars from dogs. Is
like,
that dog unleashed? They bite me.
I don't think so, bitch.
I like the implication that like it's not a generalization about dogs. It's about dogs to her. She doesn't feel like dogs bite everyone.
Yeah,
dogs bite
only her. Only her. I like the owner of
because of her awful energy.
Yeah, I love the owner of the boxer because she's like, he's coming near me. He's gonna bite me. And she's like, well, he's crazy. He's too like he's coming too fast. And he just kind of says like, yeah, well, you're not making it any better by yelling.
Yeah.
And then he walks past her. Like that's it.
Yeah, and yeah, then there's one where it's another like intersection and a guy turns on a green light like 50 feet in front of her,
not even close to her.
And she's like, oh my god,
oh my gosh, oh my god.
And then of course the best one
is absolute fucking best one.
Yeah, which is the so it's she's going past like a 2-lane driveway, and the first car pulls out a bit and she oh my god's that one, and then the car past actually does like give her a bit of a legitimate scare.
Yeah, almost hits her like for real.
Yeah, almost actually hits her.
At which point I was like, just lean into it, like sue him,
go for it.
Yeah, you're in the right.
Yeah. And then she carries on and like starts going like under an overpass. Yeah. And the sidewalk slowly becomes a homeless tent city shanty town. But the thing is, you could see that from a very far ways away.
Very far away.
But she decided to drive all the way up to touching the first tent and then go, oh my god.
Oh my god, they blocked it.
Now I can't do anything.
And she has to do
this is cool.
Yeah, she has to do the Austin Powers
1,000 point
turn on the sidewalk.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's beautiful. I love her. I'm glad she's dead. Next. Romeo and Juliet, 1996. Brought to us by the rabid Wolverine, Herschel Walker, who is not also Franklin Bobbert Lashley. I do respect a name change mid-pick.
I agree. So yeah.
Almost Senator Herschel Walker.
So close.
Next time.
So close.
There's always next time. Hirsch, it's not over. You got this.
So this movie was written.
This is our second James Gunn screenplay of the Request Spectacular.
Sure,
and if you went to a lay person, a person you've laid,
okay,
and said, "Hey, we talk about movies on my podcast sometime, and we've done two James Gunn scripts. Guess what they are?
Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe Slither,
Guardians of the Galaxy,
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
No, Tromeo and Juliet." And Scooby-Doo, 2002. His two finest works. His magnum opus.
Opies.
Oh, his magnum opiates. Oh, magnum opiates is cool.
I like that.
I'm going to write it down.
Okay. Magnum opiates.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's something that's going to benefit me later in life.
Well, yeah.
Magnum. And I refer back to the notes, and I see the Mariano Rivera of Cambodian genocide, and I chuckle to myself. That's fun.
I mean, it's not true.
It is not true. So, Romeo and Juliet is a trauma movie made by
Trauma.
noted Jewish man Lloyd Kaufman.
The most Jewish name you can get.
And pretty Jewish looking too, if we're getting down to brass tacks here.
Of course.
Who's brought us? I don't know. You're like your toxic Avengers.
Yep.
Your Poultrygeist. That's a good one.
Poltergeist.
You know,
Juice. That was a good one.
that was a good one. Deep Blue Sea. I am willing to go on record and stop me if I'm wrong, and if you have
Scott, you're wrong.
A differing opinion.
You're wrong. I'm stopping you
will
now.
go on record as saying that Lloyd Kaufman's Poultrygeist has the second best avian TF I've seen in film.
Okay. What's number one?
Black Swan.
Yeah,
It's good.
that one's got some budget to it.
It's got a little more.
Yeah, just a little bit of
more
budget.
But am I missing any, or are those like top two?
That was probably top two.
I mean, it's not like I'm going out of my way for avian TF in the first
No,
place.
gross. But
But
some TF is better than no TF.
that is 100% true. See also Amazing Spider-Man 1 for Lizard.
Yeah.
Not my first choice, but better that beggars can't be choosers. And where even else does someone turn into a bird? Lady Hawk, I guess, but that you don't see anything. Just sometimes she's a bitch, sometimes she's a hawk.
Yeah.
Bitch Hawk would be a cool name.
Bitch Hawk would be a good one.
Yeah.
Well,
Luckily, there's no TF in this movie.
luckily, there's none. and-
Is Kaufman a TF guy?
No, he's just a weirdo.
He's you know what?
He's just
You're
a
right.
fucking weirdo.
He is. He makes intentional schlock,
Yeah.
and sometimes that has TF.
I like the people that make movies just for themselves, though.
Yeah, no, I very much respect.
I'm not doing this for anybody but me.
Yeah, no, I very much respect.
My body's nobody's body but mine.
He's a huge like DIY guy.
Yeah.
And he just makes stuff he thinks is fun.
Thinks is funny and fun and gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is, as you can maybe tell by the title, it is it is a retelling of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Where
That has TF.
in the Garden of Good and Evil. Is that another one? That's not Shakespeare.
Nope.
That Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
That's the title of something, but not
that's not
Shakespeare.
And I believe it's a bad movie as well. Starring noted gay man Kevin Spacey.
Is there a fat bitch in it, or am I confusing it with another movie?
Couldn't tell you. I've seen it. I don't remember a thing about it.
Listeners, give us a call and let us know. Is there a fat bitch in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil?
Jude Law's in it. Is he a fat bitch?
No. It's like Delta Burke or something. What am I thinking of?
Not that I can see. Are you thinking of Irma P. Hall?
Maybe. Is she a fat bitch? How many times can I say fat bitch before it loses all meaning to me?
Kind of. She's the old black lady in...
No, it's a white lady.
Okay. Dorothy Loudon. Anne Haney.
Let me see if it's the... Because, like, whatever poster I'm thinking has a prominent, a prominent fat bitch.
Well, this one doesn't have a fat bitch on the poster.
Well, then I'm probably thinking
Spacey,
of...
Cusack, Jude Law, another guy, and two women that I don't recognize because I can't name any.
No, this is not what I'm thinking of. Which begs the question...
What am I thinking of?
What am I thinking
It's
of?
a shame we don't have time for you to figure that out right now.
Would it help if I told you I recall seeing it at the Rogers Video on West Boulevard and 39th Avenue?
That helps a little.
Okay. Have we narrowed it down?
What year is it?
It feels like late 1990s.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I wish I did. One day. It could be, I don't know. It could be a John Waters movie. It could be like a happiness type movie, but not happiness. Wait, maybe it is it something else by the happiness guy?
Maybe. Are you sure it's not Pink Flamingos?
No. It's a late
you said
90s
bitch.
movie. And to be fair, I did say bitch. No, I don't want the Wikipedia entry for the concept of happiness.
Well, why not? Read it out.
You know what? Let's check it out. Happiness, in the context of mental or emotional states, is positive or pleasant emotions ranging from contentment to intense joy. Other forms include life satisfaction, well-being, subjective well-being, flourishing, and eudaimonia, which of course I have to click on because it's a word I'm unfamiliar with. Eudaimonia is a Greek word literally translating to the state or condition of good spirit, which is commonly translated as happiness or welfare.
You sure you're not thinking of Welcome to the Dollhouse? It's not a fat bitch, but it's a bitch.
No, it's not Welcome to the Dollhouse. This might be one of those things I never get to know unless I get real lucky and it's something else by the guy who did
Is there
Happiness.
anyone more unfortunate looking than Heather Matarazzo? The main girl from that movie?
Yeah, kind of tough.
She kind of looks like she should have been a pinhead. Doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like, her mouth and teeth are way too big for her head.
Yeah, that...
Her eyes are too squinty for a white person.
Welcome to the Dollhouse is by the Happiness guy.
Yeah, that's what I
it's,
said.
Yeah, but it's not... I wish it was that, but it's not. God damn it.
I don't tell you.
You know what? Try this on... Oh, hold on. Now, am I just thinking of Happiness again? I was going to say, is John Lovitz in the mix? But that's again just Happiness, right?
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to get it, guys. It's very disappointing to me. But this may have to be left a mystery. Unless you can tell me.
Oh my god.
Unless you can tell me what the fuck I'm thinking of. A late 90s movie.
Aladdin.
That I thought was Midnight in the Garden of Good. Is there something like that? Is there like a Garden of Earthly Delights? Is that something?
Sure.
I'm gonna look that up. What about just Garden? No, not Savage Garden, although good ass band.
That is a good ass band.
Garden of Earthly Delights 2004. No. That's got a twink on it. That's like the opposite of a fat bitch. So yeah. So here's the information you find people have to go on. It's late 90s-ish.
Okay.
I thought it was Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. It's not. But the title may be along those lines.
Yep.
And there is a fat bitch on the poster. Not exclusively. Amongst other characters, but prominent.
Afternoon in the Foyer of Naughty and Nice?
Is that real?
No.
But
you said it was like Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
You know what? I like your style, and you said it so confidently, I thought it was a real thing.
We could make it a real thing.
I would love to. So yeah, it's something like that. And in terms of genre, I like comedy, dark comedy.
Okay.
I don't believe it's a drama.
Okay.
So that's what you guys got to go on. If you can pull this, there may be a prize in it for you. Drew's gone to sleep. Drew's put
Are
up.
you done? Are we talking about?
Drew's put on 2 hoods.
Are we talking about Romeo and Juliet yet?
We have been for quite some time.
Uh-huh.
I guess we could start the movie. It's narrated by Lemmy. I wasn't ready for that. That was pretty fun. Are you okay?
Yeah, keep going. You're the only one with notes, so I'm going off you.
Why is that?
Because I delete them as I go. And then I couldn't recover them, so let's hope that the audio doesn't get fucked up next time.
I'm gonna just to be safe.
No.
I'm going to
Not even happening. Not even
I'm
happening.
going to transfer my notes to a non-recoverable app and delete my notes.
Sick.
Yeah. And then we'll see who looks stupid.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
So yeah, Lemmy's narrating. They set up basically a Romeo and Juliet scenario to families who don't care for each other. They show a couple little wars between the families, including a man getting his ears pulled off, which is pretty fun. I wrote incest very quickly. I guess someone was just like fucking their sister. Their cousin. Yeah. So, and then as far as actual action, we open on a 90s party. Don't worry, we have our first retard mention in the first 10 minutes of the movie, in case you had forgotten it was a 1990s movie. And like the 90s party, it just made me remember that like the 90s were stupid. Like,
I agree.
they were the absolute nadir of culture for decades in either direction.
Yep.
Like the worst music, the worst movies, the worst fashion, and I would give anything to go back and live there for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. It was the best. It was the best and stupidest decade. Mm-hmm. It was the safest decade. I think it's when America was great. I think the Clinton administration is when America was great. Economy was awesome. There's no social media.
Yeah. Everything was cheaper.
Yep. It was great. What was going bad in 1998? Nothing. Life was perfect in 1998.
I mean, Godzilla came out in 1998, so yeah.
So you've made my point
Exactly.
for me.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
Godzilla's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect. Like, what? Gays couldn't marry.
So what?
Cry me a fucking river.
I'll give them it. They can have it. Only gays can marry from now on, Scott. Only gays.
I mean, that's the dream.
That's the dream. I don't want to get married.
No. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
You are.
So that was my night. Oh yeah, and again, in case you forgot the 90s, check out this new CD-ROM I got.
Oh, the CD-ROM rocks. It is.
The CD-ROM does rock.
It is so, even for 1996 standards,
yeah,
is so bad.
Yes.
Like it's as if it was made in 1984, but there was no way to use it until now.
It might have been the first CD-ROM.
Yeah.
But just the term CD-ROM, you don't come across it that often anymore.
You don't.
I miss it.
You don't really hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my big, thick, external penis. I miss my big, thick penis.
Yeah, me too.
You miss mine or you miss your own?
Both.
Okay. Because we can't do fraudage anymore.
Fraudage. Oh, disgusting. No docking.
Yeah, I miss my big, thick, external CD-ROM drive where I played...
Oregon Trail?
No, you don't need... That's not a CD. Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah.
Worms Armageddon.
Carmageddon.
Worms Carmageddon.
Carmageddon was a sick game.
I don't think I remember it.
It was like it was a racing game, but it was also Death Race.
Okay.
And
yeah, I guess it looks vaguely familiar.
Yeah, and you could like give up on the race and just fuck up other cars.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah, it was cool. So we got so the party scene just establishes more animosity between the Capulets and the Monty Q's.
I can tell you right now.
It's
no, it's
just Montagues?
It's Montagues.
All right. I thought one of them was short.
Oh, no, it is the Q's. Q-U-E. Q.
Oh, the Q's. Okay.
The Q.
Yeah, and then we get to it's It's just another establishing scene, but we get a close-up of a lizard eating a mouse, and then a close-up titty piercing.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just a woman like actually getting
for realsies
her titty pierced while they have a conversation.
I did not think I was going to see that. But
nope.
Here we are.
I was not a fan. But yeah, spoiler guys, it's been a few weeks since we've actually seen these movies, because it's been 2 weeks since we're going to be done talking about them, and it was a couple weeks before that we actually saw the movies. But doing our best regardless. That scene ends with one guy sort of dressing the other guy down because of his dumb plans for the Capulets, I believe.
Yep.
And going bad monkey, which is clearly an ad lib because it legitimately cracked the other guy up, and they just kept it in the movie.
Kept it in,
which and in a movie this silly, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
to do
I like
that.
that.
It's fun. We meet Tromeo and his and followed by some colorblind dad casting. Tromeo and his straight up black dad.
So silly. I mean, there is a callback to that at the end.
Oh no, it all works out.
Yeah.
It's just very funny at the beginning where you don't know anything. It's just like, all right, I guess his dad's black. Sweet.
Black dad.
We get some Juliet and her abusive dad. I believe she has a nightmare where dad has a monster cock.
He has a Chernobyl waist. Yes.
Yeah,
with a mouth.
The Thing 1982-esque penis coming for her.
Yeah.
And when dad gets mad, he locks her in a weird plexiglass.
Like suffocation chamber.
Like a hamster habitat.
Yeah. It's very weird.
It's weird. Yeah, then we get to the meet cutes. There's is Juliet a Capulet? It can't be Juliet. It is Juliet Capulet. Stupid name.
I don't know, man.
The Capulets are having a Halloween party, and Tromeo wants to go there to see, because I think he's fucking a different Capulet.
Yeah. Her sexy cousin.
Yeah.
I think wants to fuck him.
Right.
But then he's like, I don't know. I don't think anything happens.
Right.
And then he meets Juliet. And
Yeah,
he's
but
like,
that's why he goes.
Oh,
to the
excuse
party in the
me.
first place.
I want the pure one.
Yeah.
I want the child, please.
Yeah, we get a cow costume in the Halloween party, which begs the question: better cow costume, this or top secret?
Top secret.
Answer: top secret.
Yep.
Real cow in boots.
Real cow in boots.
Yeah, so that's our Romeo and Juliet meeting, and they pretty quickly sort of fall for each other. Juliet has another weird nightmare where she has popcorn tummy.
Popcorn tummy. I have had popcorn tummy before.
Is that the heartbreak of popcorn tummy?
Heartbreak of popcorn tummy.
Yeah, the nightmare is I guess like her dad knocked her up, and she gets like instantly super pregnant, and then just just pops popcorn out of her.
That's what
utero.
incest pregnancies do to you.
That's true. Not many people know that. That's why you shouldn't do it. You get.
That's why you, as the father, should not get your own daughter pregnant, because her baby will come out as popping popcorn. And that's the only reason.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm not gonna call the cops on you.
Yeah. Like if you want to have sex with a condom, fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Who's getting hurt?
I mean, you, because it doesn't feel good.
So also don't have sex with your own daughter with a condom.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So what even can we do?
Butt stuff.
Of course.
The loophole.
What was I even thinking?
Loophole.
Fuck your daughter in the ass.
Jesus sex. It's fine.
Jesus approved.
Yep.
Anal incest.
Yep. You know it.
Where do we? Well, this may be redundant at this point, but here I wrote, I'm not sure she has a healthy relationship with her dad.
She sure doesn't.
Is it? I don't. Is it her that's that calls the phone sex line, or like her?
Yep.
Okay,
It's her. She makes the guy pretend to be Romeo.
that's right. That's right. She's
And
doing it.
he
'Cause I'm trying to
couldn't-
remember because like why would she call a phone sex line if she's into Romeo? Because she wants the guy to pretend to be Romeo, and the guy on the other end of the phone sex line is the best character in the movie.
Yep.
He's
a big fat guy.
big fat guy.
He looks
who-
like Dennis Knight.
Yes, who could not be less into his job.
Yeah.
Like this is a punch in, punch out.
Yeah.
I'm putting my hours in.
Yeah.
I'm going home to my cats.
I believe at some point she's like getting off on the phone while he's, and the thing is like she wants him to sexy talk like Romeo.
Yes.
And he's very much like not enthusiastic, not even changing his voice. She is flicking her bean.
Yep.
And then he literally just goes like, "Okay, are you done?" Like, I would like to get off this phone call now, please. Like, are you done?
His best line is, "That's right, we're having major sex."
You're having major sex.
What was the context? Oh, it's just one of those like Q and Capulet scuffles where one guy was distracted and the other guy peed on the butt of his jeans, which is a funny prank.
It's quite the insult.
Peeing on someone's butt, always funny.
Always funny. Never
Yeah.
not funny.
I enjoyed that. And what was the mouth kiss when someone dies?
The cousin.
Okay, yeah. So the cousin was stabbed
It's because
in a fight,
Mercutio, but his name is Murray Martini.
right?
Gets stabbed to death in the fight, and while he's dying, he like full on like
That's right.
with his own male cousin.
Grabs his cousin.
Not only is it incest, but it's gay incest.
Yeah.
the best kind.
And then Tromeo or whoever goes, "Fuck, Murray was a fang."
Yeah. No, I think it's just the other cousin.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think it's actually.
Yeah, I don't think it was Tromeo. Yeah. So then Tromeo goes to a priest.
Goes to a priest.
and tells him of his romantic woes,
Yep.
and which leads the priest into a flashback of his own. I'm like, please let the priest
Please.
fantasy be about a little boy,
Please.
and it
Oh,
delivers.
it does not disappoint.
In 1996,
Yep.
like take that spotlight.
It's him like frolicking around with a boy. Like I think are they like maybe pillow fighting or something, or like tickle fighting? But like they're running around like in a circle.
I think the boy is trying to put the priest's entire dick and balls
No,
in his
Scott,
mouth. but
Scott,
can't.
wrong movie. Wrong movie.
No?
You're thinking of a different movie.
Oh.
You're thinking of a private movie that you have at home.
No, there's something so insidious about private movies.
Chapter 3? There really is. Yes, my private
My
movie
private
collection.
movie, yeah, that don't like it's not gonna be good.
It's not.
It's never going to be good. So we get all that, and then Juliet is betrothed to another man.
To another man.
in the meat industry.
The meat industry.
Who on both occasions of showing him at work, there's these very silly parody songs, like I think playing like diegetically in the movie, like
Yeah.
over the speakers.
Yeah, they are.
at the factory. And I don't remember the first one. The first one is they call him Gizzard, Gizzard, faster than very fun. So yeah, and she Juliet obviously doesn't care for him. She loves Tromeo, so it's a whole thing. So Juliet goes to the modern day witch doctor.
Yep.
Apothecary.
Apothecary. I think he has his name is Fu Chang.
Yes, it is.
Because why not racism at this point?
He's a good Chinese. He is.
He is a good Chinese.
I
Not to be confused with the bad Chinese, which are most of them.
certainly. I love Chinese as a noun.
Me too. It's a good noun.
Does it work? Does it work for any?
The Chineses?
No, but like calling someone. Is there any nationality it doesn't work for? Now, I guess some it's no fun. Like a Russian. That's just what they are.
Yeah.
Wait, does it hold on, does it only work for like Chinese and Japanese? Jordan needs to look at these. Yeah, it does. Interesting. Well, that makes it all the more special. Are you running through, seeing what else works? Nothing else sounds delightful like that. Calling someone a Chinese.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
No.
Because most of them are just the thing you
The
would
actual
call
thing.
them. Yeah. Because I guess it depends. It'd have to be something that changes the ending of the word.
That makes it different than what you actually call the person.
Which isn't a lot. So I guess you're right. Chinese and Japanese. That's it.
You guys looked up. You guys lucked out. I'm fine.
You are
fine.
You're gonna die.
This is the healthiest I've ever been.
You're gonna die.
I'm 137 pounds. I've lost 8 pounds since last episode.
Oh, you're all gonna die.
So Juliet goes to the apothecary to get a potion, a tincture, a milk.
A milk. Some form of milk, in fact, is what she's getting.
And you initially think they're doing the regular Romeo and Juliet thing. I'll take poison to make it look like I'm dead. He'll see that he'll think I am dead. He'll kill himself for real. I'll wake up, see that he killed himself for real, and then kill myself for real. But what actually happens is she turns herself into a cow. To put off her betrothed gentleman from the meatpacking district.
And you'd think her dad too, but not so much.
But you'd be surprised. So she takes the thing, and then you don't see what happens. You think she'll be like unconscious or whatever, and then the dude comes up to her 4-post bed, and she turns around and like not bad prosthetics, no. Like anthro cow, but not just anthro cow, like gross anthro cow.
like weird slimy
with like a skin disease.
Yeah, like a mange cow.
Yeah, and as if like cow face, hooves, the works isn't enough. In case that doesn't put it over the top for making him not want to marry her, she lifts up her wedding dress. Huge bull cock.
Huge bull dick.
Second bull dick reference of the podcast. Excellent. What do we settle?
This one you're not sucking on, though.
What do we get sucking? What do we settle on? 16 inches. This is probably 2 feet.
It was past her knees.
Yeah, it was a hanger.
Yeah.
So he wasn't psyched about it.
I mean, who would be?
And then Dad came in to
do some raping.
Not really put off by the cow thing.
Not really, not necessarily. Well, he said he was gonna kill her.
Yeah,
but he was gonna.
Do we? That's right. There's the threat, the greatest threat of all time.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you and fuck you at the same time. Great threat. Especially to your daughter. Who is a cow.
Who is half a cow.
I like everything. Oh yeah. And after the dick reveal, there's a weird crying game reference.
There was?
I'm was not expecting that in this. I guess it was topical at the time. When was Crying Game? 93, 94?
Yeah, I think so.
92? 1977. 31? Was it a talkie?
It was a talkie.
1992. Yeah. Topical enough.
If you can tell me the lead actor and actress in the movie, I'll give you $10 bajillion.
Hear me out. Hilary Swank and Hilary Swank in her bravest dual role.
Because Boys Don't Cry?
Yes.
I did not. I've never seen it.
I haven't either, but it's one of those that I don't even need to see because I know everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It feels like it should be Hilary Swank, but it's not.
It's Jay Davidson.
It would have been a minute before I got to Jay Davidson.
Who is like an actual MTF trans.
Nice. Was at the time, or
Was just a boy at the time. Was just a wee boy.
Or the movie got him real excited about it. He's like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for realsies.
For realsies. I'm gonna cut my balls off. Stephen Ray is the Rhea Stephen Rhea Ripley.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Steamy Ray Vaughan. Also Forrest Whitaker, Miranda Richardson. It's directed by Neil Jordan.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
know who Neil Jordan?
It's a space movie.
I don't want writer. I want director. Thank you. Oh, he's got. Is this breaking news? He's got a movie in theaters right this second.
Let's go see it. Fuck this podcast.
He's got Marlowe, the noir.
The Marlo Thomas story?
The Marlo
Donahue's wife?
Donahue's wife.
Holy shit.
It's the Liam Neeson noir detective movie.
yeah.
It looks okay, actually.
I mean, I like noir.
Yep. He directed Greta, which I saw, which is pretty good. He directed Byzantium, which is dumb.
Greta was the one where
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Gerwig and Thunberg fought each other for who's the ultimate Greta.
Yep.
Then twist ending, it was Garbo the whole time.
It was a friend of the show, Isabella Huppert, and Chloe Grace Moretz.
Fucked her.
And Isabel is she's a crazy lady who lives by herself, and she
and she's scary towards Chloe.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good.
Do they get into a psychosexual relationship?
No, maybe. I don't remember, but I know it's good. Also directed a movie I really like called The Brave One with Jodie Foster.
Right.
And then directed Breakfast on Pluto, The End of the Affair, Interview with a Vampire.
With some actual credits.
Some U2 music videos, but yeah.
Vertigo, that's a good one.
That's a good one. He did not do Vertigo. Oh, Vertigo, the music video.
But did do Vertigo.
He's also
directed
Alfred
Hitchcock.
Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo.
He's also Alfred Hitchcock, just so you know.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Neil Jordan, Alfred Hitchcock, pseudonym.
Well, good job, Neil. Where are we? We're at the end of the movie. Tromeo comes in, kills dad.
Gets into a fight with him.
Yeah, and then it's reveals time.
Yeah.
So there's much family talk because Juliet's mom used to be with Romeo's black ass dad, but there was a falling out there, and Juliet's mom ended up with Juliet's dad, and
continue your train of thought.
Yeah, I lost it for just a sec, but it's the neurons are
you got there
firing again. And the reason that that Juliet's mom and Tromeo's black dad initially broke up is because she cheated on him and got pregnant, and the person she cheated on him with was Juliet's dad. So Tromeo and Juliet are full-blooded brother and sister. There was a point in the Revelations where Tromeo's dad said to him, "Son, perhaps you haven't noticed, but I'm black," which was fun. And upon the revelation of full brother and sister sharing almost all of their DNA, they say, "Fuck it, we've come this far," and
why not?
And I don't know, make out and have incest babies.
Scott, I don't know if you've ever heard this, but love is love.
Love is love. And age ain't nothing but a number.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
And that was Tromeo and Juliet. Oh yeah, there was a a fun part along the way where a guy got his head cut off by a ladder on a truck, and
Yes.
the head just like flew onto a family's windshield who were like driving to Disneyland.
Yeah, and then they crashed, and it was like a very good car
like, pretty
flip
good,
stunt, like really good.
pretty good car stunt
Yeah.
for like obviously a very low budget movie.
Yep.
But Lloyd can, you know what? Those guys can stretch a dollar.
I mean, I'm sure you're asking for a lot of favors from friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, it's true. You, like, hey, I just need somebody to flip this car. Anybody want to flip a car?
Anybody.
They're like, yeah, I'll flip it. Fuck it.
Yeah. That's Romeo and Juliet. Next, Ravenous. 1999, Garfield von Kaiser, who has made allusions to making another request. We'll see if he fulfills the promise
Hurry up.
and the prophecy.
Hurry up. You're going to run out of time.
Tick, 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 Garfield.
And then don't forget that if you want to make a request and you don't have a movie, you can always just say dealer's choice. We got a couple dealer's choice.
There's two things you can do. And let's be very clear.
Okay.
No, number one, both of them start with you sending money
Yeah.
to paypal.me/notscottenson. A minimum $100, and the sky's the limit from there. There's two things you can do if you don't know a movie to request. You say, number one, you guys pick, at which point we will pick. Number two, you say, this isn't for a movie, just enjoy some money. At which point, we will do that also. Those are your two options.
I like both those options.
Both fair.
Second one's easier. But first one, we can make it easy for ourselves.
Yes.
How do you feel about watching Korn's "Freak on a Leash" music video for $100?
Boom, bop, bop, boom, bop, bop, bop. Yep. I'm in.
Maybe one of the
Maybe the most I've jerked off to a music video?
Ooh, no, Bjork. Come on, we know that's true.
Bjork's Triumph of a Heart.
He's the best kitty.
He's
the best kitty and the best husband.
He's a perfect gentleman.
And
we know a little something about cat husbands.
Is "Freak on a Leash" the best one, or is "Falling Away from Me" the best one?
I think Freak on a Leash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Garfield von Kaiser says, "Dear Scott, Scoot in brackets.
That's you.
Going for a buzzer beater here." Imagine when this was sent and he thought it was a buzzer beater.
Ah, that's cute. Gosh, that's cute.
I think this was pre-latecomer buzzer beater. I think this might have been one of the last originally priced requests.
Probably, yeah.
I think. Going for a buzzer beater here. At this point in the All Request Spectacular, if you are doing them sequentially, you will have wished you were dead about 32 hours ago. You
you lowballed that number.
really lowballed that. Hopefully this will energize you a little bit. This is another movie I consider something of a hidden gem. I think the music really knocks this one out of the park. The one track, Boyd's Journey, always sticks in my head because it starts so ominously and gets more and more bombastic as it progresses, but that ominous undertone is there throughout.
Mr. Bombastic, call me fantastic.
Hope you and Drew enjoyed as much as I do, and you're actually reading this and have not killed yourself due to movie overdose. Not yet, but it's on the table.
Well, you said we were going to do this all in under an hour. It's 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Flawless.
So, time to kill ourselves.
It has to be one part.
Okay, well, let's stop getting off sidetrack.
But
here.
it's fun.
I know. I've seen this movie a lot. I really like this
Prove
movie.
it.
I don't know how can I prove it.
Your receipts.
I owned it on I own it on DVD and I own it on Blu-ray.
You know what? That's not bad proof.
But I mean I'll sell the DVD. I haven't done it. But
prove it.
Okay.
Sell it to me right now.
Bring up Facebook Marketplace.
Maybe I will.
$30
for a used DVD of Ravenous.
Yep. Physical media is not the same it used to be, Scott. We live in a different world than we did several months ago.
I don't have my finger on the pulse of the physical media market,
don't.
so I will defer to you.
I do. It's all expensive now. Fucking sucks.
So we open on the biggest movie star in the world in this 6-month period, Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce.
He was king of the world.
He really was.
In 99, 2000. He was. It's weird. He doesn't have a bad career.
No.
But
what do you think his net worth is?
Like at least $5,000, which is pretty good. Imagine having $5,000.
Guy Pearce net worth as of 2022 is $25 million.
And I believe
That's pretty good.
He's done lots and lots of movies.
Yeah.
But he's not a big A-list star. And it seemed like after LA Confidential, Memento and stuff, he was going to be a big A-list star. And it never really materialized.
He's also in a movie that I don't think a lot of people have seen, and I think the people that have seen it think it's bad, but I really like The Time Machine.
Yep.
He's
H.G. Wells.
He's also in one of my favorite westerns, The Proposition.
The Proposition.
Australian, three brothers. The youngest brother gets kidnapped by a bad guy, a bad sheriff.
A rich outlaw offers the two older brothers $1 million to fuck the younger brother.
I wish.
Indecent proposition.
Indecent proposition. That's a good one. No, he pretty much tells them, because they I guess, or they robbed a bank, or they robbed a stagecoach. I don't know. They robbed something, and pretty much if they don't give him back the money, then they're gonna kill the younger brother. And the two older brothers are Guy Pearce and Danny Houston.
Okay.
And then the bad sheriff is Ray Winstone.
Love a Winstone.
So I mean, it's a really fucking good movie. I very, very highly recommend somebody pay us $100 to watch The Proposition.
I really talked myself into this movie.
Yeah, the director is John Hillcoat, who did stuff, but I don't think he does a lot of music videos.
Okay.
But he did.
Did he do Vertigo?
He did not do Vertigo. He did I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's a short film, fan film kind of for Red Dead Redemption called The Man from Blackwater.
I think I know
and it's
of it, but
16 minutes long or something. It is awesome. It is so good, and he directed it.
Oh yeah. Is it Arthur or the other one? Or no, or
John?
Something else. Yeah.
I think it's been a while since I've seen it. I think it's John. Or it's not.
Or it's no
characters.
One. Right.
But whatever it is, it's fucking good.
Nice.
But then he did Lawless, the one with
the one about Xena.
Shia the Beef and Tom Hardy, and 999. That one with
that was the prequel to Triple X.
Yeah. But yeah, he and then he did Elvis Costello, Bush, him.
What about Elvis Costello's
Depeche
Bush?
Mode? Nick Cave.
I don't want to sound
AFI, Muse, Maroon 5.
I don't want to sound like a queer or nothing, but I think Depeche Mode is a sweet band.
I think Depeche Mode is a sweet band. I've seen them live in concert. Anyways.
That's cool, actually. I wish I had seen Depeche Mode in concert.
I think they're coming back.
Okay.
Right now.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I like me a policy of truth.
No. Depeche Mode, Rogers Arena. We're buying tickets right now, Scott, live on air.
Oh.
November 24th.
Was that American Thanksgiving?
It is. And tickets are $11 billion.
Seems high.
So the best available are $79.45 plus taxes and fees.
For a total of $289.
It says taxes and fees can be $20, so it's going to be $100.
$100.
Those are the cheapest ones.
Yeah.
Then what are the most expensive ones you have available?
I'm more of a private box man.
There are. How are those the most expensive ones? They're the ones the farthest away from the stage.
Interesting. It's like a reverse psychology thing.
Maybe.
Hey, if we sell the worst tickets for the most money, people will think they're good.
Ticketmaster.ca is such a fucking scam.
Oh yeah.
There are section 118, row 1. So the front row seats,
Lower bowl,
not the floor.
Yeah.
There are tickets listed on here for sale that are $4,000.
Seems like too much.
And then their ticket prices go from that all the way to like $426. Jesus Christ, we're not going to Depeche Mode.
I guess we're not going to Depeche Mode.
Yeah, I've already seen them. It's fine. So,
Brag.
Guy Pearce. Well, I didn't go to see them. I went to see the opening band, which was Warpaint, and then I just happened to like Depeche Mode. Guy Pearce is a general in the American-Mexican War who's a noted coward. Who
a little bit.
When the Mexicans are winning, he plays dead, and then they pile his body up with
On the dead
with
bodies.
all of the other dead generals.
Yeah.
And he's trapped, and he's drinking all of their blood.
But not really on purpose. It's just like
It's just pouring into his mouth.
leaking in there. Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Have a
So now he's being rewarded for his service. He gets a Purple Heart or whatever the equivalent
Yeah.
was in 1840s.
Yeah, but they know he's a coward.
But the general guy who gives it to him knows he's a coward.
Like, here's your highest military honor.
Yep.
And also we're shipping you off to the frontier, never to be
so
seen
that,
again.
Yeah, so that nobody can ever talk to you again.
Yeah.
Then he goes. This is where we kind of meet all of our cavalcade of character actors.
Who do we got?
We got Jeremy Davies, who's always a little weasel.
Always a little weasel.
Then we got gorgeous eyes Neil McDonough,
Looking and acting crazy.
but the most beautiful eyes.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
He's allowed to act crazy with those beautiful eyes.
He can do what he wants. He can...
Those baby blues are so dreamy.
yeah.
Even now.
Yeah. No, he hasn't lost it.
We got a man that you cannot kill, David Arquette.
True.
And is that all the cool people who've
I
done
feel like
cool
we're
things in the
missing
movie?
one notably cool person.
John Spencer.
Is John Spencer the one who looks like the hunter from Jumanji?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fine. He'd be cooler if he was the hunter from Jumanji, because then he's one less degree removed from TF.
Yeah.
Also, how about this? Again, for like non-ideal TF, Jumanji 1995, #1 primate TF.
Because the tail comes through the butt
Love a
in the
tail.
right position.
Fucking
Hands. They commit.
yep. Furry hands, furry face.
I agree.
Fucking love a tail burst.
Yeah, it's great.
Nothing better.
It's great.
Yeah. Number one part of TF.
And I like that he has to tell them that it hurts, and that's what happens.
It's so good.
And then they rip his butthole. It's great. They're like rip his pants,
like,
and then
Robin, like, what is it? What is it, little monkey boy? He's like,
little monkey boy
rip tail.
tail. It's great.
Awesome.
It's really good. Can you believe that we did that fucking movie, and that was the last all request?
That
Does that not feel like 30 years ago?
so long ago. I've lived lives. I
hate this.
I've created
hate
and
this.
aborted children. You almost choked on your Gatorade Zero. I almost got you a little bit.
I mean, you almost did.
Yeah.
Created and aborted children.
But yeah, like I feel like 100 things have happened since then.
Yep. But also, I think at the same time, if you had told me Jumanji was the first episode of this all request,
I'd also believe it.
I might have also believed
Because
it.
that also seems like another world.
Yeah. What are we doing? What
don't
are
know
we
what we're doing.
even doing?
You know, we probably have 3 more episodes, which aren't even going to be the next 3 consecutive weeks. Like, it might be April. When did we start?
Can't do this.
When did we start? Like October 2021?
Jesus Christ.
What did we do?
You know,
did this?
there's a part of me that really wishes we hadn't become the popular
The greatest podcast
the popular
of all time.
podcast we are. Because just think of how much time we could have spent like
Doing activities.
just hanging out
yeah.
instead of going to work.
Yeah.
Because this is a job.
Yeah, this has definitely been more work than hanging out lately.
Yeah.
But one day, maybe, the request will end. But also maybe not. Also, this may become an anime podcast where we watch One Piece for the rest of our lives.
One episode an episode.
One episode an episode.
So we're gonna do 1,057 episodes.
That's correct.
Of One Piece episode per.
Yeah. So 52 weeks, so 20 years. That really makes you think.
Wow.
Really makes you think.
The next 20 years of our lives is going to be watching One Piece episode
Like you,
a week for the rest of my life.
You run into someone from high school that you haven't seen in a long time. Like, hey, what do you have
What
to
do you do?
Oh, I've been doing a One Piece podcast.
Oh, I'm 53 years
for
old
the last
now.
20 years.
Oh, God. Oh, that's so funny.
That gave me a weird feeling in my tummy.
I know, right?
I don't like it. Guys, look, we have a lot of fun
Please don't.
on the podcast here. Don't make this an anime podcast.
Please don't make this an anime podcast.
We don't ask a lot. Actually, we do ask a lot, and this is one of them.
This is one of them.
Don't make
Please,
this an anime
for
podcast.
the love of God, don't make that the truth.
Oh my God.
Anyways.
I'm not gonna recover.
Noted
Oh yeah, we didn't get our last cool guy.
Noted cool guy who did nothing wrong, Jeffrey Jones.
Jeffrey motherfucking Jones, who
The dad from Beetlejuice.
dad from Beetlejuice and misunderstood protagonist of The Pest,
Yeah.
who
Who just wants to hunt the most dangerous game.
He's just a hero who's trying to kill a very annoying John Leguizamo.
100% true.
And you say The Pest is bad.
I've seen it recently, and it does not hold up. It is awful.
I haven't seen it recently, and I love it.
Well, then don't see it again.
Leave the memories
Hopefully
alone.
nobody pays us $100 to rewatch The Pest, because you're going to hate it. Also, he was in Amadeus. He's also the principal in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Of course.
He's...
And took some pictures of nude kids.
I believe he was doing paintings of nude kids.
That's worse.
Because they have to stand there longer?
Yes.
But what if he doesn't? What if he doesn't have a boner?
Oh. Well, you know what, Drew? I never considered that he wouldn't have a boner. But if he, on the off chance he didn't, who's getting hurt?
Nobody. He's not doing anything wrong. He's an artiste.
He is an artiste.
Well, there you go.
Hashtag free Jeffrey Jones.
For Jeffrey Jones.
And free Jeffrey Dahmer.
Although he's out. He's dead.
He's out and dead?
No, Jeffrey Jones is out. Jeffrey Dahmer is dead.
What if Jeffrey Jones ate somebody?
Is it a kid?
It's probably a kid.
You know what? I'll allow one kid.
One?
One is okay.
Okay.
As long as he's only drawing, as long as he's only painting and eating one naked
kid.
kid. And you know what? Doesn't have to be the same kid.
No.
Just one naked painting.
Paint one kid.
One eat.
Paint one kid, eat one kid.
Fine.
If it's the same kid, sure. And if it's not, that's just
also
gravy.
the same.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. You get one kid for Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, of course.
It's a great movie.
Or Beetlejuice.
Or Beetlejuice. Another great movie.
Yeah, that's
Ferris
why you get one and
Bueller,
one.
inventor of the post-credits scene.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Inventor of Fight Club.
True.
Yeah.
It is a fun way to watch Ferris Bueller.
It really is. Watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Then watch Fight Club. Then watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off again.
Yes.
And it'll blow your goddamn mind.
Yeah. Cam is Tyler. No, Ferris.
Ferris
is
it's
Tyler
Durden.
Durden. Yeah.
So he's there's an outpost where they're stationed, and in the middle of one of the first nights, a man appears out of the wilderness who's
He's not doing good.
very much dying.
At death's door.
Robert Carlyle.
Yep.
Who I guess people would know from
Ravenous.
the
1999.
The Full Monty.
yeah.
And
He's the
28 weeks later.
He's the not fat one in the Full Monty.
Yes. And The Beach, which is an underrated movie. And I guess
Which one's The Beach?
that's Danny Boyle with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Is it Getting in Trouble for Drugs in Asia?
No, that one is
There's two of those. And
there's two of those.
We've 90% had this conversation on the pod.
We 100% have had this conversation.
One of them is Broke Down Palace.
One of them's Broke Down Palace.
And the other one has Vince
Vaughn in it, which is called something Paradise.
Paradise Lost?
Paradise Lost? No, that can't be.
Based on the John Milton epic poem.
No, it is not.
Trouble in Paradise.
Paradise. Death in Paradise? No. Ticket to Paradise? Is it that? Is it Ticket to Paradise?
Is it?
No, that's the new one with George Clooney and what's her face? Julia Roberts.
Oh yeah, doesn't that just that's just a movie that Hollywood like farted out.
They were like,
it's
who hasn't
nothing.
been, who hasn't been in a movie together yet?
Yeah,
These two. Put them in a movie.
What's the movie about? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Put them in a nice setting.
None of it.
Middle-aged people will see
None of it fucking matters. They'll see it, and also it's on Amazon Prime for free. So,
what's the Vince Vaughn movie?
The Vince Vaughn movie is Return to Paradise.
Return to Paradise,
which is where Joaquin Phoenix and him and R.I.P. Anne Heche go to Malaysia, get busted with drugs.
Yes.
But Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche like flee back to America, and they
Right.
leave Joaquin, and
Sorry.
he goes to a prison. And then
doesn't go well.
Somebody reaches out to Vince Vaughn and Anne Heche and said, if Joaquin does it, he serves like 40 years.
Yeah.
Or 30 years. But if you guys come back, you all get 10 years.
Yeah.
And Vince Vaughn sucks it up and goes, and Anne Heche tells them to go fuck themselves.
And then Anne Heche gets into 3 car accidents in one day and dies.
And dies. A horrific death. Yeah. That one...
in flames.
In flames.
Dies
Yeah.
in flames.
Burned alive.
Inside her car. Inside someone's house.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
No, I mean,
Free Joaquin, or you burn to death.
as far as ways to go, kind of gangster.
I agree. I agree. Anyways, that's that one.
that was Ravenous.
Yeah. The beach is very good, and
Does it make you old?
it's not the old beach.
Does it make you furry?
It's a drug beach, I believe.
Okay, so drugs are involved.
Yeah, I think it's like there's like a group of like free-spirited hippie people living on on a beach, but there's like weird drug trafficking and then sexual assault maybe.
Go on.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Tilda Swinton, Robert Carlyle, and then a bunch of people you've never heard of.
Vern Troyer.
No, it's not his sex tape. Right. So Robert Carlyle appears out of the wilderness, and he tells them this
in a bad way.
They
He
set him up.
basically had a Donner Party.
He had it's based on the Donner Party, and also
And the other one.
Alfred
Packer?
Yeah, Alfred Packer. So yeah, he pretty much tells them that he was going across the Midwest and to go out California way.
Some dum-dum decided to take a shortcut.
They were with a general who decided to take a shortcut, and it ended up getting
long
caught
cut.
in the snow, and then they got stuck. They had to go live in a cave, and the weather caused them to not be able to leave, so they are all getting starving, and then one of them died of just like natural causes, and they ate him, and then the general went mad, and he needed to keep eating, so he killed them one by one until it was just the general, Robert Carlyle, and the wife of one of the dead guys.
Yeah.
And Carlyle was a coward, so he fled,
Yeah.
and he doesn't know if they're alive or dead.
Yeah.
So then they say,
Let's go check it out.
we have to go save the woman if she's still alive.
Yeah.
So they all trek into the wilderness, where gorgeous eyes Neil McDonough and Guy Pearce go in the cave. While
Before we get to the cave, en route to the cave, Lil Weasel Jonathan Davies falls down a hill.
falls down a hill,
Hurts
his leg.
incurs an injury.
Yeah.
So they're like transporting him. Oh no, it's at night when they set up camp one night. Davies wakes up yelling, "He was licking me!
He's licking me!"
And Carlisle's like, no. I had a night terror and fell back asleep on your wound. I apologize. 1,000 pardons.
1,000 pardons.
So that was fun. And then we get to the cave. The handsome boys.
The handsome boys.
Handsome boys go check out the cave, and they see 5 skeletons strung up.
Like, like perfectly placed on like a makeshift chandelier.
Yeah. And they're like,
Wait a minute, didn't he say there was 6?
if my math is correct, there were 6 of them total. And he's one. So it would have been hard for one of these skeletons to eat all the other skeletons. It would have been hard for the last skeleton to string himself up.
Yeah.
And
now we go back outside.
Yeah.
Where Robert Carlyle is doing he's got the eating human shakes.
He's creeping.
He's creeping. He's got the hand jitters and he's like frothing at the mouth.
We all been there.
Of course we've all been there.
We had at the end of...
You've been there a lot more than anyone because you grew up in the Sundarbans, so you're eating people left, right, and center. 20,000 people over like a 400-year period. I don't know if those numbers are right, but
I hope it is. Are you looking it up? Just how many Indians are getting eaten by tigers?
Well, I can tell you it is... Oh, these are some gorgeous tigers. I guess they're only posting pictures of like...
Of the hottest tigers?
The hottest tigers. Tiger attacks in the Sundarbans in India and Bangladesh are estimated to kill anywhere from 50, anywhere around 50 people per year. 50 people a year between 1947 and 1983.
Okay.
It has a population of over 100 Bengal tigers.
The numbers earlier
I think that
would be interesting before they were hunted to near extinction.
And I think it's 50 per tiger is what they're implying.
Oh, okay.
So
that's good numbers.
100 tigers are killing up to 50 people a year.
5,000.
Yeah, from 1947 to 1983.
Those are good tiger. How cool would it be to eat 50 people a year?
Yeah, absolutely. Even just one a year would be great.
That's a person a week.
You know what? I would say my natural habitat, I'm lucky if I see one person a year.
That's true. It's
let alone get to eat one.
Fairly remote. But yeah, that is the one selling point for moving to India is
back in India.
Because you get to hunt, kill, and eat one person a week.
Yeah.
All year.
All year round.
That is nice.
I mean, granted, they do stink, but...
Their pussies smell like curry powder.
They smell like curry powder. Is that something you really want?
I think I'm as enticing as it is. I think I'm going to stick to Siberia.
Coward.
I'm going to stick to Northern Asia.
Yeah. I'm going to stick to the Himalayas. Thank you very much.
As you should.
Anywho.
Why don't you click your heels 3 times and go back to the Himalayas?
Wow. I mean, I will. It's probably warmer than here.
Probably. It's super cold here, and it's going to snow a lot in the next 24 hours.
That is true. So we better hurry up.
Canceling my dinner plans tomorrow.
Out.
Not that I'm pissed.
Bart, I'm pissed. So they're in the cave. Carlisle goes insane. He tries to kill Jeremy Davies.
Yeah.
He ends up stabbing Jeffrey Jones.
Yep.
And then he ends up killing their Native American guide.
Yeah.
Chief Littlehorn.
Chief Billy Two Eagles.
I believe his name is... Well, he's just known as George, but the guy's name is Joseph Running Fox.
Why not just play yourself?
I don't know, man. I'm not in charge of Joseph Running Fox.
Starring really cool name as George.
Well...
Starring Dick Blood as Ricky Steamboat.
Dick Blood.
Why, Dick?
Big fan of Dick Blood. Who doesn't like Dick Blood?
Me, when I'm making cums.
We're not talking about that again. Okay,
the one drop rule.
He kills Jeffrey Jones. He kills Joseph Running Fox.
He stabs Jeffrey Jones.
He stabs Jeffrey Jones.
He mortally stabs
He
Jeffrey
kills
Jones.
Joseph Running Fox. By the time that McDonough and Pierce have realized this, they climb up out of the cave.
Yeah.
Jeremy Davies is gone. Carlisle's gone, but they can hear screaming.
Yeah.
So they run off into the woods, but Pierce is like very reluctant. They chase after him. There's like a really creepy scene where like they don't see him, he sees them. Then he just lets out like a wild man scream and runs off into the woods.
Yeah, this is I think this scene more than any is where Carlisle seems like a little bit magic.
Yeah,
because he's like appearing and disappearing.
Yeah,
kind of.
and he
maybe he's just really fast.
And it's almost like he transports like faster.
Yeah,
like he goes from here to there all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They come across the mutilated corpse of Jeremy Davies.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
He didn't make it. Who's got like his whole like stomach just like ripped open.
Yeah.
They end up running off to some like big cliff, rock cliff, like overlooking the forest.
Yeah.
And and then that's where like the magic happens again. Where like Pierce sees him and then he like blinks for a second and then he's gone.
Yeah.
But there's like nowhere for him to have ran to. So they run it onto the big rock cliff and then Guy Pearce says like, oh, I'm gonna go back to the fortress. I can't do this. And McDonough like pretty much tells him like, listen, motherfucker, you do this or I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Would you please stop pussing out?
And then as that happens,
At every turn.
Robert Carlyle ends up running at him and shoving him off the cliff.
Yeah.
And he goes flying down to the canyon.
To his death.
Then he and Guy Pearce have a standoff. Guy Pearce shoots him.
Yeah.
And then it has no effect.
Yeah, just gets on
So
up.
then he throws his gun down and Carlisle's like, getting ready to get him. And he goes, I'm going to take my chances with jumping off the cliff.
Peace.
So he just runs and jumps off the cliff, hits
Yeah.
every fucking branch on the way down.
Yeah, like a Warner Brothers
Like
cartoon.
a Warner Brothers cartoon. Then just pure comedy of errors lands right on top of Neil McDonough.
Yeah.
They roll down. They do like this massive prop fall, like rolling hill down the hill, like all the way through. They land in a bear trap, like conveniently, where he kind of lands and hurts his leg, and Neil McDonough is like fully fucking just like mangled, hanging upside down.
Yeah.
And then when Guy Pearce
fucked.
goes to check on him, he then like tries to strangle and kill Guy Pearce.
Pretty funny.
Which I guess is fair because he did distract him into letting him get pushed off the cliff.
Yeah.
So then somehow Guy climbs his way out and makes his way all the way back to the fortress.
Yeah.
Where he's trying to tell them what happened, but he's like completely fucked up. His leg is fucked. And he's like dying. So then, he's interacting with the sister. The only people that are left are the drunk major.
Yeah.
The sister of Joseph Running Fox, David Arquette.
Yeah.
That's it. Then the actual like military show up.
Yeah.
Because they've been called to investigate because David Arquette and the sister are going into town, and then they're like they tell them to tell the communications off, blah blah blah, get the military, whatever. So then now they've shown up. And Guy Pearce is recovering, and when the general comes in and he's telling them like, luckily we have the colonel.
Luckily we got Colonel
Ives has come with us,
Yeah.
and then he's like, wait a minute, isn't that the name of? And then in walks Robert Carlyle,
beautifully
clean shaven,
shaven.
wearing his full military outfit.
Yeah.
So essentially, the story he told them about the cave was true, but he was the colonel who went insane.
Crazy colonel.
Yeah. So now Guy Pearce, while dying, is trying to tell everyone like who Carlisle actually is, saying like,
and it's basically like singing frog.
Yeah.
Like he's like nobody believes him.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, he's cool. He ain't eating nobody.
yeah, he's look at how handsome he is.
And then like someone turns their head and he's eating
like,
somebody.
yeah, and he's like,
chomp chomp chomp.
yeah, like nibbling on a finger.
Yeah. So around here, there's talk. Among the Injuns. Can I call them Injuns?
Well, you already did,
Yep.
so...
the die is cast. There's talk among the Injuns of Wendigos.
Yeah.
And the consummation, or some might say consumption, because consummation is fucking. The consumption of human flesh and what it does to you. And at this point, I sort of got pissed off, because if you had just called it cannibals or bloodlust or whatever, great. I hear Wendigo, I think like big cool monster.
Yeah, like shapeshifter.
Yeah. There's none of that. They're just hungry dudes.
They're just hungry people.
Yeah. So that pissed me off. I'm about to sneeze and then...
Leave the mic on.
Then blow my nose.
Leave the mic on.
I will.
Nope, don't do it. Turn it off. I want to meet you.
Let's... You're actually... Am I muted?
No.
Sneeze might have gone into remission, but I am going to have a blow.
Into remission.
Anyway, keep going.
No, I won't. I think it still picked up pretty good. I could see the waveform. So now that all the military leaves except for Colonel Ives, who stays there, and
is it Burl Ives?
Burl Ives
of 60s Christmas claymation classics.
Yeah, that's right.
What happened?
I lost my train of thought for a second because you cut me off when I was trying to talk. So
I'm sorry I
anyways,
threw you with Burl Ives.
Ives is like telling him privately that like he used to have tuberculosis, but then now that he's eaten people, he's absorbed all their powers.
Yeah.
So if you eat,
I'm so fucking strong.
your leg is gonna get cured and you're not gonna die. But if you don't eat, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And he's
But
like,
it's not like it's just gonna fix your leg. Like you're gonna feel awesome.
you're gonna feel great.
Yeah.
Better than you've ever felt. But now
You will have an insatiable hunger for human flesh for the rest of your life.
Yes.
But you'll feel awesome.
at this point, everybody else starts just like dying around him, and he's still trying to tell everybody like it's him. He's doing it,
And they're like, no.
and they're like, I don't think it is.
Shut up.
But then Jeffrey Jones
He's like,
reappears.
hey guys, it's me. I'm Jeffrey Jones. I'm back.
Hey guys,
And,
I finished my painting.
I'm a cannibal too now.
Yeah, he's like,
P.S.
he I don't know, but it's so weird about like why would he save him? Like, there's no.
Literally
I think he says something, right?
Literally
Like,
the reasoning is it's lonely being a cannibal.
but that's what Jeffrey Jones says.
Yeah, but maybe he was taught that from Cannibal Daddy.
Maybe that's true.
Robert Carlyle.
Maybe that's true.
Cannibal Daddy. Fun
Cannibal
name.
Daddy. It is.
There's one point where they're having a difference of opinion, Carlisle and Guy Pearce, and Carlisle says, morality, the last bastion of a coward, which is a line I enjoyed.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, at this point, everyone's dead except for Pierce, Carlisle, and Jones. And Carlisle and Jones are like desperately trying to convince him to join them.
Yeah.
Eat this stew we made out of the the drunk.
In order to move things along, I'm gonna mortally wound you in the stomach.
Yes, yeah, sorry.
With a sword.
Because now you're gonna die faster
Yeah.
unless
So
you eat the stew we made.
You're definitely gonna die if you don't eat this people stew.
Yeah.
At which point, I think it was here that I wrote, so I'm correct in interpreting this to be the story of the protagonist, Robert Carlyle, trying to get the antagonist, Guy Pearce, to get over his fear of eating people and become awesome like him, right? Like, that's the story, of the movie.
That's what we're being told.
Yes.
Yes. So he eventually gives in, so he doesn't die.
Yeah.
He noms down that fucking stew.
He's still a bitch about
like
it.
somebody who's never eaten food in their life.
Yeah.
Just like so fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a giant bitch about it.
Like Kelly at lunch.
Like Kelly at lunch.
Yeah.
So he does eventually like recover, but now he's like out for revenge.
Yeah.
So he how does Jeffrey Jones die again?
I don't know, but he does.
He does.
We definitely get down to 2.
But now it's down to him and Carlisle, and they have their big standoff where Guy Pearce
Fire? Does Jones die via fire?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's
Because we sort of established you can't just shoot him.
yeah, I think he burns him alive.
Yeah.
yeah. So he sets up a big bear trap in one of
big, like
a comically oversized Acme bear trap.
Yeah, like a jackass.
Yeah,
It's not like Sami Zayn at WrestleMania mouse
and
trap.
it worked just as
And
well.
I'm gonna say it worked better than Sami Zayn at
It might have
WrestleMania.
worked better.
Yeah.
You're right. So yeah, They
have a big fight.
They have a big, huge fight. They brawl around pretty much the whole fortress
Yeah.
until
The
they
Guy suckers him into the bear trap.
The bear
area.
trap. He essentially pun intended, bear hugs him and then just throws both of them onto the bear trap.
Yeah.
And it closes on both of them.
Yeah.
And then Carlisle says if you die first, I'm just gonna eat you.
I'm gonna eat you and
right?
get better.
And then they both die.
And they, my final note is, they died as they lived, being gay.
Being gay. There is a lot of interesting trivia for this, so I'm just going to blow through it.
It turns out you do absorb people's power by eating them?
Yep. Well, I think that's well known.
That's good trivia.
That 2 weeks into production, the director was fired.
That's right.
But by that point, he had already worked out deals and committed to filming the movie in Slovakia, which is where he was from.
Yeah.
So they were they had already committed to that, so they just did it anyways.
Yeah. Hey, who wants to come film a cannibal movie in Slovakia?
Well, I guess us. The soundtrack, the music, was produced by a concert pianist, maybe, or like a concert musician.
Yeah.
And the guy who would go on to be the lead singer of the Gorillaz.
Oh, that's right.
Or at this point, I guess was Blur, right? Because
Yeah.
Blur was the Gorillaz. I like that he's as far as his IMDb credits go for composing movies. He's done. Did he do anything before that? He did not. He has just done Ravenous and some movie called. Do I know this movie? Maybe I do.
Citizen
Ordinary Decent Criminals. It's Kevin Spacey, Linda Fiorentino, and Colin Farrell from 2000.
Think I'm thinking of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
You probably are.
Which is a different movie.
What about the gender bent remake of that movie called The Hustle, I believe?
Oh, this might be news to me.
You didn't know that? I believe it's Anne Hathaway and it's either Rebel Wilson or Melissa McCarthy.
Pass.
It is Rebel Wilson, and it is just women version of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
And it's even better than the original?
Oh, it's 10 out of 10, buddy.
Huh.
Is there anybody else? There's people in this movie that I like. Why are you guys
Don't you
doing
hate
this? Tim Blake Nelson, Timothy Simons. That's it. But that's two people I like in a movie that I don't want to see.
Two good Tims.
Those are two good Tims.
Two of the best Tims. I did two of the top three. Throw a Roth in there and you're good?
Well, depends what's happening to him.
I guess it does depend what's happening to him or what he's doing in his one and only directorial feature.
That is true. It's directed by a guy who did a bunch of episodes of Veep.
Okay.
Cool.
I guess that's where the Tim Simons connection is.
And then he also directs a bunch of episodes of that Martin Friedman show on FX, Breeders.
I don't care for that term.
Well, that's what it's called. Get over it.
Gay people always yell that at me. I'm like, I don't make kids. Leave me alone.
Gay people yell at you to be a breeder?
No, they as an insult, they yell breeder at me.
Oh, that's like hate speech?
Yeah.
Towards whatever you are?
Towards whatever is going on with me.
Okay. Well, there you go. That was it, I think, for trivia. There's some other stuff, but it's not important. Yeah. Let's talk about...
Bon cop, bad cop.
Let's talk about CanCon content.
It's time for the 35% required Canadian content portion of the podcast. 2006's A Bon Cop, Bad Cop, brought to you by, of course, Caroline Reyes Godson, Zimbobinas.
Prove it.
Prove it!
Prove it, coward.
Coward. I don't care if you're in good with the Japanese now. Shows a picture of one of the ants from Sabrina.
I don't care which one. Just
even if it's the other one.
Even if it's the other one.
If you get me a picture with the other one, I'll believe Caroline Reyes in the mix somewhere.
Yeah.
Or, you know what? Even Salem. If you get a picture with Salem, I'm in.
That'd be pretty sick. Oh, Scott, I'm fading fast.
It's okay.
We still have so much more to do.
5. Easy.
God, I hate
Easy.
We need to cut these episodes down from 11 to 6.
Are you saying that the current episode 10 with 17 should probably?
I think we need to cut this down. So we're doing more episodes, but they're going to be so much easier to record.
Think you may be onto something.
We're at an hour 48.
Perfect.
And we
right on
still
time.
have 5 more to do.
We can somehow do this.
I really don't think we can. Unless you want to just skip through a lot of the plot and just start talking about silly ass things.
We'll keep going and we'll see where you get what you get and you don't get upset.
I'm already upset.
Well, yeah, that is...
We didn't even bullshit in preamble, and we're at an hour 48.
I know. We're very good at this.
No, it's not. It's not even about being good at this. It's about having too much content for one episode.
It's a lot of stuff.
I think we need to revisit after this episode.
Probably, yeah.
Even if we have to do
100 more request episodes.
Yeah, like
well into the summer.
well into like this is the rest of the year. Like I would rather do that than struggle through and record until fucking midnight. Like it's killing me inside, Scott.
Yeah, it's 8:10 now. We're good by 8:45.
Yeah, I don't think that's true. Bon Cop, Bad Cop. It is it is the most Canadian movie I think you could
It's
see.
probably the most Canadian plot
Yeah.
of all time.
So like based on the idea of a real thing of the Quebec Nordiques being moved from Quebec to Colorado, and there's a criminal who's very angry about the lack of respect for the Quebecois.
And the criminal seems to be disguised as Jason X.
Jason X. Yeah.
He's got like metal future hockey mask.
Yeah.
Who's like we first see like tattooing an unconscious person. We hear Canadian legend Rick Mercer as a Don Cherry surrogate on the
Tom Barry.
on the TV, dropping instantly bad takes.
Yeah.
In the movie, already immediately turning me against him. One of the first lines you hear in the movie over the TV is, "I can't stand the mascots with the tails and the frou-frou." I'm like, oh, the only good thing about sports?
Yep.
Fuck you.
What if the mascot's a real tiger?
Then awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Then you also you're in Russia.
Only place that flies.
Yeah. I like that the movie is about real occurrences in the NHL, and they got 0 NHL licensing for the movie.
Couldn't afford it.
It's
Too expensive.
It's very funny. So instead of the Quebec Nordiques, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Montreal Canadiens, I don't know if they ever mention what the Quebec team is by name.
They do. They're one of them is the Patriots. And the
Okay, it's the Toronto Loyalists, and the Montreal Patriots.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the Quebec team is that moved is.
They say it, but I don't remember.
Or then the fake Colorado team they became. But it's so fun. Number one, the team names are bad. And two, like, this seems like a thing you should have got team names for.
Yeah.
Because it's what the whole movie's about.
Absolutely. They are the Quebec Fleur de Lis
Of course.
is their name.
Why wouldn't they be?
Oh, of course not.
So we're introduced to both Bon Cop and Bad Cop. But which is which, Drew? Where do you stand?
I think they're
Now,
both.
Bon is French,
Yeah.
so is that the French cop? But he's also kind of the bad cop.
I think they're both Bon Cops.
They're both
It's Bon
Bon
Cop, Bon Cop.
Ah, interesting.
They're just tricking you.
Now, non-French cop, I spy with my little eye, seems to be the hitman from The Wrong Guy.
He sure is.
Another request movie.
He sure is.
Colm Fiore,
Colum Guy Fieri.
who I'm a fan of. So we meet him. We meet his son.
His son.
Yes, and then we meet
His daughter.
Yeah, then we meet French cop and his daughter, and I'm like, these kids better fuck by the end of this movie. They don't. It's so weird that they introduce like single parents and unattached kids,
Yep.
and then they don't attach the kids. They could have been like
I mean, the
co-dads.
kids are very much different ages.
Whatever.
But like drastically different ages.
What, like 19 and 12?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
grow up. Romeo and Juliet laws.
I guess.
Tromeo and Juliet laws.
If you really want to go with that, Scott, then you go with that. I'm not going to argue with you.
Good. It appears I was getting very silly with my notes at some point. Do the French call French toast French toast?
No.
Or do they call it toast? Or
they-
do they call it pan oeuf?
They probably
Egg bread.
They probably have some silly ass French word that doesn't mean anything in real French, but in Quebec it means like
In disgusting
like
Quebec
30
French.
things.
Yeah, I can see that. So a body is discovered on top of the big sign, which is the Ontario-Quebec border. At which point I'm like, this gimmick has been done before, where a body is discovered on a border and it's like, it's your jurisdiction, it's your jurisdiction. It was a British series called The Tunnel, I think,
which we looked up last time, and it was the British version
of
a
Swedish Danish
Denmark.
Yeah. Which also, is there some sort of Sweden Denmark channel?
There must be. I don't know,
because they don't touch. So how does that work? Unless there is some sort of Denmark-Sweden connection? I know there's Denmark-Sweden racism.
There's a railway and motorway bridge across the strait between Denmark and Sweden.
I don't
The crossing
know
is
if
completed
I knew
by
that.
the 4-kilometer Drogden Tunnel.
It's only 4K? I mean, that's a long bridge or whatever, but I would have guessed there was more water.
Well, it is the longest in Europe, with both railway and railway combined in a single structure, running nearly 8 kilometers from
8K.
Swedish coast to the artificial island of Pederholm in the
Oh.
middle of the strait.
They had to cheat.
The crossing is completed by the 4-kilometer Drogden Tunnel.
Oh, so it's 12.
From Pebberholm to the Danish island of Amager. So it goes.
So it's like
railway
fake island
to a fake island.
Yeah.
Where then you have a tunnel. Well, it says tunnel, but that goes underneath to an island.
Interesting.
And then how do you get from the island to the mainland?
Well, I assume there's island bridges betwixt all the Denmark islands.
I suppose.
That's interesting. I didn't know there was a direct Denmark-Sweden thing. So I guess that's how they did that. And then I was semi-familiar with the British-French one, where a body discovered like right on the line in the channel. And they're like, it's your problem, fuck you, etc. And that's basically what they do here. And I think this happened definitely before the British series, and I think before the original Swedish Danish. So I guess they all stole from Bon Cop, Bad Cop. So good for you guys. So, and you know what? I think there are excellent points made on both sides for whose jurisdiction it should be.
Were there fine people on both sides?
There's a lot of good people on good sides. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
Listen, keep your ears open, and your eyes open, and your mouths open.
What a funny guy.
What a cool guy. I like him.
What a funny next president.
Next and last.
Next and final president. 45, 47, the end.
The end.
So top half is in Quebec.
Yeah.
Bottom half is in Ontario. So, and neither wants them. So, Quebec guy says, why are you giving me...
Because they were taking way too long on this.
Quebec guy says, football rules. 2 feet in the end zone. Ontario's the fucking end zone. I'm like, you know what? That kind of makes sense. But then Ontario guy says, home is where the heart is, and his heart lies in Quebec. And also, I think the guy was French, so it should just be fucking Quebec.
Yes.
But
also, I made the argument that his fingerprints and two dental records are in Quebec.
But his penis is in Ontario.
Yeah, but did he sexually assault somebody? No, and he's fine.
Well, he's French, so he probably did at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying.
Let's be honest here. So they talk to the coroner, where so they go to and do Quebec stuff first. They talk to the Quebec coroner. Quebec French cop says about Colm to him, hey, he may look like a gay accountant, but I promise he's not.
2000s, gotta call somebody gay.
And there was a fun little Angelina Jolie dig, because they were trying to figure out what the deal was with the dead guy, because they found out some things about him, but then he had this like weird tattoo, And they're like, it doesn't make sense to wear Armani suits, just get made law partner, and then get a tattoo. And he's like, why? He's like, it's not classy. I'm like, Angelina Jolie has tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fun.
Not classy.
No.
Take that, Angie. Your breast cancer. Fuck off.
She had breast cancer?
Yeah, she had a double mastectomy, didn't she?
Angelina Jolie has no more tits?
I don't know.
Is that what you... Are you telling... Look me in the eye. Look me in the balls and tell me that Angelina Jolie has no tits. That doctor should go to jail, whoever did that.
Angelina Jolie breast cancer. Angelina Jolie decided to have surgery to remove her breasts, ovaries, and fallopian tubes because she inherited a mutated BRCA1 gene. After losing her mother, grandmother, and aunt to cancer, she opted for preventative surgery to reduce her cancer risk. So yes, she had her tits, pussy, and...
Yeah, she took out literally every lady part.
Is she a woman?
What is a woman?
Not Angelina Jolie.
We can both agree.
We can both agree
on that. So where are we? So yeah, so they're
she had some nice tits though.
I know, that's why
she really had some nice tits.
Such a tragedy. Are we going
we should
to
watch Gia?
Should we watch Gia?
Yeah, and then jerk each other off while we watch it.
Okay.
That's the one where she does naked lesbian stuff.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I think it's a bad movie too, by the way.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Are we going to the ballet recital yet?
We can.
We can. So French Cop has been promising ex-wife that he still has okay relationship with, that he'd go to the daughter's ballet recital. And so they do, and there's a very funny line in it where I think it's the French Cop like encouraging them on as they're about to start. He's like, "You go, girls," and Matthew, the one boy in ballet. Very fun.
He's gonna get all the pussy.
Yeah. Or did they? No, I guess they went to the ballet recital with the guy in the trunk, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they go to a bar. Get in. They each separately keep getting in a fight with the same guy at the bar, and neither will help the other one when that guy is beating them up.
Yes.
Until he's about to murder them, and then
they intervene.
Then they finally step in, and then they throw him in the trunk. And yeah, so then when they get out of the ballet recital, the car is being towed. The car gets 1/2 of one block and fucking explodes.
Blows up.
Yeah. And so where do you go from there? The I just noted, especially when it was initially when like the police chief was like partnering them up, but there's lots of like very like interesting camera shots and like super tight shots and like weird low angles, and like that room in the scene in the police station was like a very interestingly shot scene. They didn't do the whole movie like that, but no. that in particular, they were trying stuff out. They were getting a little bad boy Bubby with it, and good for them.
Good for them.
So French Cop starts macking on Combs' sister, who's
totally down to fuck.
Who fun fact is a whore. So that's fun. They find them. Oh, they go on. They're investigating at the TV studio where Rick Mercer as Don Cherry is taping his thing, and then they don't have a guest. So he's like, "Hey, you two cops, you're my guests now.
Come on,
ever the professional." And then the murderer calls in and threatens them. And it's at this point where French Cop accidentally gives his real phone number.
Patrick Huard, the actor, says out loud his actual real-life phone number.
Yeah.
Which they then had to edit over in post because they didn't think that they should give out his real phone number.
Probably a good idea. And so,
But to be fair, if you put me in a corner and said, okay, and then you just got to yell a phone number, I'm going to yell mine because it's the first number on the top of my head.
8675309.
I guess.
Yeah.
555-555-0555.
591 rock, 591 roll.
I guess. Also that.
1 Tom 100, Tom 100, Tom.
Yep.
So, yeah, so they're getting closer to the murder. So the deal with the murderer is he's killing each person in line who had something to do.
Or is ruining hockey.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, because they were,
The first guy is the guy who was the owner of the Quebec team
who sold
them to the Colorado guy.
And then the next one was the guy who traded Gretzky.
The next one was the guy who... No, Gretzky's later. Gretzky's the third one.
Okay.
The first one...
Maybe the first two were related to the Nordiques?
The first two were related to the team.
Yeah.
Like the owner and the general manager.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The owner and the guy who made the Lindros trade. The 88 trade.
The 88 trade. Yeah. Yeah, and then the guy who traded the Great One, because we can't say anyone's name.
Nope.
So
can't even use a real person's real name.
So stupid. and also all the people have similar but fake names, but all the fake names are very silly.
Yeah.
Like there's a Pickleton who's in a surrogate
Pierre Pocklington.
For Pocklington.
Who was the guy who traded Wayne Gretzky to the Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah, and then there's Commissioner Larry Buttman.
Larry Buttman, sure.
Gary Bettman.
For Gary Bettman.
And then the woman he killed, we weren't sure
what the reference
she was in
to.
for, but her name was Flab Cheeks.
Flab Cheeks.
Which is a very fun name.
Yeah.
So the murder is killing people who he thinks has ruined hockey, and he tattoos each one with basically a clue of who he's going to kill next.
The hint for the next person.
Yeah, which is how they get to Commissioner Gary Bettman, who's played by a little guy.
Little itty bitty tiny little boy.
Cute little guy who I'm like, I know that guy from somewhere. Where do I know him from? From a criminally underrated Canadian lawyer comedy, Billable Hours, which has some snappy fucking writing. And I've actually never looked up like if the writers of that did anything else of note, but it's a very funny show. The one guy on it went to do some other shitty Canadian show with a bunch of East Indians.
Wow.
On it.
Wow.
No, we're not. We're not doing that.
I don't think that's something you can say, but okay.
I see. And then the other guy was in a couple of movies and has a very cool Italian name, Fabrizio Filippo.
Yep.
Who was in? Did you ever see Way Downtown?
Nope. I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a movie.
Yeah. So you want the creator written by, I guess?
Maybe creator.
Adam Till.
Good guy.
Known for, what do you got here? Writing credits.
A lot of Canadian bullshit.
Or just like a lot of stuff you've never heard of.
Which is probably Canadian.
Yeah, that could be true. Also written by Filippo. He's also one of the writers.
Okay, he's a writer also.
Who, I guess, as an actor, but has he written anything? Nothing of note or nothing you've ever heard of.
I think Billable Hours was sort of lightning in a bottle. But if you can find it, get it, because it's real good stuff, actually.
Yeah, I don't remember how much of it I've actually seen. I feel like I've seen some.
On Showcase here.
It was on Showcase. It was 26 episodes.
3 seasons. Like 13. 13, 8, and 5. That can't be right. Yeah. Anyway, it's good. So they're closing on the killer. They know the last target is Larry Buttman, and so they get to him before the killer can get to him. They have a whole showdown. The daughter gets kidnapped, which I'm not sure why she ever had to be put in harm's way. They subscribe very heavily to the if you don't see the body, they're not dead theory.
Yep.
Because the killer is the guy whose body was presumed to be in the car that blew up, but there was a switcheroo.
A switcheroo of just like the random woman the bar they dealt with.
Yeah, I'm like, Coroner did a bad job not telling anyone that this was at the very least a woman's skeleton.
Yep. Yeah, is this a 6'5" man or maybe like a 5'8" woman?
Who's to say?
It's either one.
What am I, a doctor? Yes, you are a doctor. So they have the showdown with the killer. He sort of kicks their asses.
You gonna be okay?
I'm great. Colm stays to save the daughter. Frenchie goes after him, or am I switching it?
No, you're good.
Yeah, but then he sort of kicks Frenchie's ass a bit, and then Colm shows up and looks like the bad guy has the advantage. But there's and the deal was like bad guy was like an explosives guy.
Yeah.
And his backstory was he was a hockey player who got busted for drugs.
For PEDs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, also was involved in explosives somehow. And Colm plants an explosive in the guy's pocket. So as soon as he gets away from blast radius, Colm hits the little button, blows the guy the fuck up. And everyone's happy. And in my headcanon, those kids definitely fuck.
You got a weird headcanon.
Do they say anything about the kids fucking in Bon Cop Bad Cop 2, the 2017 sequel?
I don't know. I didn't finish it.
Oh, that's right. You gave it a bit of a shot, but not.
Yeah, I got about 25 minutes in and was like, this isn't good.
Sad. But French guy's English got a lot better.
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he actively tried this time.
Yeah, the first Quebecois to try to learn English.
Probably. I love that this country
I think he's in the Guinness record.
Is bilingual, but only if you're French and you expect people to learn French. That's the only way that it's bilingual. It's not that you guys learn French, we'll also learn English. They're like, no, you guys learn French, and we're going to continue to speak French.
Yes. You do what we're doing. Oh, okay. Are you guys going to do what we're doing? No.
Don't be silly.
No.
Don't be silly.
And that's your Bon Cop Bad Cop. You okay?
Nope. People are going to listen to this and realize that I'm out of steam, and it's mostly you.
Wait, I'm the one that's going to listen and realize you're out of steam?
No, the listeners. The other ones.
Who's the mostly you?
The mostly you.
Oh, you're pointing at them.
Yeah. No, I said that people are going to listen to this and realize that it's mostly you.
Oh, I thought I misinterpreted that. I'm like, wait, I'm going to be mostly the one who realizes it. Wait, or this is mostly my fault?
It's mostly your fault.
That's true. Well, how do you want to handle this?
I don't know. Let's do the two easiest ones to do and see what time we're at.
Okay.
So we can do Astartes, or we can do some form of parody, and see if the two really long ones don't get done today.
We are never gonna finish this shit.
Well, we just need to be better at it. And we need to not spend so much time fucking around.
But people like the fucking.
Yeah, well then let's just do the fucking around and not do the movie reviews.
Great. Is that an option?
I don't know, but that's definitely the smart decision to make.
Well, of course. Well, Astartes is fast.
Yeah.
So,
And so is the other one.
yeah, the other one is too. You know, we can fucking do it. What are we at for time?
2 hours and 15 minutes.
15. We can do it in 3:30.
We cannot.
3:30?
Do you not remember how long both of the other two took to record last time?
I guess
which
that's
is why we went so long.
The second part was 5 hours last time? Yeah.
Dump it. Dump it.
Dump the whole thing?
Dump the whole thing.
All right.
Shut down. It's not working. Dump it.
I do know that Alex B / Mr. AI Games, requester of Free Guy, will truly lose his mind if we blue ball him for another week, because he has been waiting so long for. He's like, well, this must be the week.
That sounds like a him problem.
That does sound like a him problem. His Infernal Majesty.
Yep. That's what I meant.
Bam Margera's favorite band.
That's what I meant.
You got a pretty cool heartogram tattoo.
Yep, that's got a penis on it that's burned into my flesh. Yeah, you know.
So yeah, so I guess we'll see if that. Yeah, because I guess there is going to be a lot of yelling about that movie.
Yep, and it's not going to be short.
It's not going to be short.
And I'm already so tired that it's going to be a real challenge to fucking finish this.
Well, I guess we'll do these two and assess. Astartes from Leo Larkin. It's a family reunion.
A family affair, but not the kind Scott pictures in his head.
No. Well, I picture an affair to remember. And by that, I mean the all African-American version of L'Affaire de Remember Black.
Yeah.
So Leo says about this, cool short film. Might want to watch it twice. There's tons of little details you will miss. Plus, the whole thing is gorgeous.
I did watch it twice over the course of 4 months.
Pretty good. Then while you watch it, think about how it was made by one fucking guy. Yep. It was so loved when it came out. The company that owns the franchise had to hire him and make his work canon. So this is a one-person fan-made Warhammer 40K thing.
Yeah.
I am not familiar with Warhammer 40K
I'm not
beyond knowing that it exists.
Nope.
Because I got pussy in high school.
I don't know if that's true. You got bussy in high school.
What's the difference?
One's a boy.
Oh!
Was it a boy or a girl?
Yeah, I got bussy.
There you go.
I got mad bussy in high school. Oh, I've been saying it wrong.
Yeah, you often get your B's and your P's confused.
Everybody keeps asking me if I'm gay. I'm like, yeah. I'm thinking I'm gay.
I'm thinking I'm gay.
John Dick.
John Dick. What a time to be alive.
So yeah. So it is kind of amazing that this was created and animated by one guy. Yeah, I would recommend, like, because I don't know shit about the source material.
Nope.
But just anyone who is impressed with good CGI animation, go watch this. Astartes.
Yep.
Astartes. It's it'll be the first thing that comes up on YouTube, I would think. Drew is perhaps confirming
looks better than anything any major studio has ever done.
Yeah.
Like the shadows, the grading, the patterns,
the
detail, the everything is so much better than anything and everything made by like Marvel.
Yeah. It's completely insane. So it's basically these dudes in sort of stormtroopery suits. So yeah, so I guess they're ostensibly the good guys, and like the detail on the suits is nuts, down to like tiny little engravings on the sides and stuff.
Yep.
And because I had no idea what this was going into it, and initially some of the it's funny because you'd think it would be still scenes more than motion scenes, but it was like the walking, running scenes that I'm like, is this part live action?
Yeah. Is this real? Like, are those people in cosplay?
Because like the movement is perfect. It looks so natural. It looks like actual people running, walking, marching, whatever. I'm like, so is this part live action, part CGI? I'm like, and then I sort of look into it after. I'm like, oh, it's all CGI. It's just amazing 3D CGI.
Yep.
So yeah, there's I don't know, they're going on a mission. What do you think?
They're missioning.
They're missioning. So they're and then they're it's on like an enemy ship, not enemy planet, right? Or is it an
Yes.
enemy?
No, it's a ship. It's a ship.
Yeah, and I'm worried about our guys because the enemies, because the guys obviously have technology on their sides. They got sick suits, sick weapons.
Yeah.
But the other guys appear to have a magic element, but also technology. And I feel like magic plus technology beats regular technology.
Yeah, it does.
But they seem to put up a solid fight. And yeah, so you'll need to refresh me. I've written, ooh, big gold boy. Or is that just like
It's the big glowing orb that they're like, I guess, is the power source, maybe?
Yeah. Probably we don't know any lore, but you don't need to appreciate this.
No, it's still beautiful.
By any means. And so the people are getting like sucked into the orb.
They're being absorbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing some sucking.
Yeah, and how they like good guys win.
Yeah. But getting sucked through
that's right, they get sucked
takes
through.
you into like the parallel dimension that the bad guys are from.
Yeah. And that's that basically.
And that's that.
But yeah, it's so, the animation's so smooth without being uncannily smooth. And another impressive thing is the camera, quote unquote. And there is no camera. It's all it's drawn on a computer. It's so dynamic. Like there's so much camera movement.
There really is,
like pans and stuff.
Yeah,
which is obviously way harder than just doing it from one static shot. Like I can't imagine the time it would have taken.
You just have to hire one autistic guy who loves your product, and he's going to make the best thing you've ever had.
This guy's got that good spectrum action.
The good, like the highest level, highest functioning spectrum you've ever seen.
Will you be putting some high functioning spectrum action into work tomorrow?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
You sure?
I'm going to sleep all day. I'm gonna smoke some weed, and then I'm going to... No?
Don't fib.
We'll see what happens.
Spanking.
I'm gonna play it by ear.
I'm
gonna see what tomorrow brings.
Tell the nice people, they're gonna be happy for you. They're gonna be excited for you.
Nah. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Drew's being modest.
Nope.
Drew has all of his physical media on the shelves here, but post move they are not organized.
Yeah.
Alphabetically.
It was kind of a panic move.
It was
so...
it was look, don't get me wrong, I'm not faulting you for them not currently being organized.
Thank you.
You know what? You're welcome. But I've been saying there's no way you'll be able to leave it like this. And you're like, no, it's fine.
It's fine.
I like, actually I like it like this more because it's a fun game every time I have to try to
find something. Yeah.
And I got the call yesterday.
Yeah.
You're like, Scott, I'm doing it. I'm organizing the shit out of these motherfuckers on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, like I also said too, I've just been having like weird anxiety lately, so I'm like,
is it possible that's why?
Maybe, I don't know. Or it's all the weed I'm smoking. I'm a weed guy now.
Weed, either the cause of or solution to,
or the cure for
your anxiety, but as it stands, unclear. Have you?
Could be one, could be the other, could be both.
Now, here's a question that may lead us in one direction or the other. Has this high anxiety started around the same time you started smoking more weed? Or
No, it was before.
It was okay.
It was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that would perhaps answer a question. Okay, but if it was before, then yeah, then maybe not. Do you feel like the weed has helped?
It's definitely helped me sleep,
Well, that's something.
so that's good.
So probably net positive.
Net positive.
Okay.
POZ.
That's good. As far as dealing with the anxiety, more rubs. Do you want to rub?
Maybe later. Maybe two.
Drew's. First it was I don't know. Maybe later. Now it's maybe two.
Maybe two.
Interesting. Drew's being very coy. This is Drew's coy phase of the evening. He's like, I don't know if I'll organize my Blu-rays. I don't know if I want rubs. Shut up. You're gonna autism the shit out of this tomorrow, and you're getting rubs.
Yeah, but I might give up. Honestly, like I'm. It's a lot of work, and I'm sure I'll start it, and then I'll be like,
Are you sure you'll Astartes?
I'll Astartes the deal.
And then partway through,
I'll be
might
like,
a
you know what,
mild panic
I'm
attack.
far enough.
I've done the numbers and A's.
I've done more than I thought I would. Numbers got worked in alphabetically
that's right.
later on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It made sense at the time, but then I was like, no, I'd rather them just be all alphabetical and not numerical first, then alphabetical.
That's fair. Well, all I know is I want this pristine by next week.
Yeah.
When next I make my inspection, I hope you don't disappoint.
I might. I like to disappoint. I don't always like to do the bad boy bubby.
Fuck your mom?
And also every woman that I see that immediately wants to have sex with me.
I fucked every girl I see.
Oh my god.
No?
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, so I'm glad you didn't.
Oh.
I don't know. Something chimpanzee human related.
Oh, that's distasteful.
That's you.
That's me.
You're a distasteful person.
Well, let's get off of distasteful and talk about Spider-Man XXX, a porn parody. 2011, brought to us by the incomparable Tommy.
It's very difficult to review pornography.
We did a pretty good job with Vern Troyer. This is a very different pornographic video than the Vern Troyer sex tape, though.
Lengthwise,
nobody gets little kisses on the forehead.
No, and that's the part that I like the most.
That's
the
true.
Little kisses, the little kicks, the little kisses. Those are the things I care about.
Although you did refuse little kisses from me earlier.
Well, you know,
Little peek behind the curtain.
little peek behind the curtain.
Sometimes we go and order wings, and sometimes little kisses come up, and sometimes they are, I'm going to say, hurtfully shot down.
Yeah, well, it's a peek behind the candelabra.
This is from the award-winning director of Batman XXX,
Batman
a porn
XXX.
parody, 1 year prior.
Yep. Award-winning pornography.
AVN award winner.
Yep. Avian award winner. It won the
Best-
Avian's best porn.
No, that's Poltergeist.
That's Poltergeist. You're right.
So I'm like, man, how did they score this director? Oh, and he sued 7,000 people that torrented it. What a loser.
What a fucking loser.
So then it's time for the opening credits. I see a Peter O'Toole with no E at the end. Very
bad.
nice.
Not bad.
Big fan. And then my little eye spies one Dick Delaware.
Oh.
I'm like,
That's a name.
I know him. Is he my favorite MMA fighter / the father of the Club Q mass shooter?
Yep.
Yes, on both
Yes,
counts.
on both accounts.
Very exciting. This man had 58 professional mixed martial arts fights. Only one went to a decision.
Win or loss.
This guy has fun fights.
He does.
He is knocking you out or getting knocked
out.
And did so at basically a 50-50 rate. I feel like he's like 29, 26, and 2 or something.
Yeah.
He's
One or the other.
He's perfect. But you're not going to be bored by old Dick Delaware's fights.
Nope.
And another fun thing about him is he has destroyed himself with meth.
Yes.
Because when he was doing, because he's kind of got a little gravelly drug voice in this, but he can still fuck, and he has it. He has things mostly together.
Yeah.
But in the post Club Q shootings
Yeah.
interviews,
Yeah.
holy cow, he has come upon rough times, and he has now. I don't know if this is fair. And tell me if I should take it back. I think he might be a bad father.
I'm gonna say he's a bad father.
Now,
I think you nailed it.
he's a bad father, but he didn't. I gotta be careful about my jokes. He didn't totally blow it. because the Club Q shooter, look, bad. Shouldn't have done it.
Shouldn't have done it.
Bad move. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a dick move.
A Dick Delaware move.
A real Dick Delaware move. But after the fact,
Yeah.
to start calling yourself a they them for some sort of court leniency
Yeah.
is
Ballsy.
a pretty funny, pretty ballsy move that he probably wisely dropped as quickly as he picked it up.
He had some good lawyers.
But I guess he had some good lawyers, but the lawyers also probably told him to do it in the first
They probably
place.
did.
And then they're like, we have miscalculated.
We're getting too much heat for this.
But you know what? Worth a try. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You do a hate crime. You try a non-binary defense.
Oh, I'm not a regular human.
Oh, it worked for Spacey.
I'm a different kind of human.
I'm from space.
I'm from space. Kevin Spacey.
Spacey.
Oh,
Makes sense.
He's an alien.
See, if you were smart,
The
you
good
could,
kind.
You could grab Anthony Rapp's penis.
Don't tempt me.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Original Rent cast member? Are you kidding me?
I will.
Come on.
I will.
Also, don't quote me on that, but I think you might have been.
Yeah, you might be.
So yeah, Dick Delaware is Electro in this.
With the most uncomfortable looking costume that's got a zipper right under the balls.
It does, and that is dicey, but that's how porn costumes work.
Yep.
You're probably gonna have a zipper somewhere near your privates.
Somewhere you don't want.
I'd go Velcro, but that's just me.
I would just go with just have the open hole the whole time. It's porn. Who cares?
That's an interesting thought, actually. So we get J. Jonah Jameson yelling at people, who is wearing less a J. Jonah Jameson mustache than a straight up Hitler mustache.
Yep. Close
and
enough.
you probably know now, if you have a good 2-week memory, but you didn't know last time, so we can even pretend like it never happened.
Sure.
Hey, did you know who J. Jonah Jameson was?
Who, Scott?
Can you are you sitting down?
I am.
It's gonna blow your that. Okay, then stand up.
I can't.
No, you know what? You gave it the college
My
try.
legs have atrophied.
At this point in the evening, that was closer to standing up than I thought you.
My
would
legs have atrophied at this point.
So good job. That is owner and CEO of XPW Extreme Pro Wrestling, one Rob Black.
Yowza.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
He doesn't do any fucking in this. He's purely eye candy.
You know what? That's the way I like him. I
So-
like my eye candy Rob Black.
So the first it's very funny. Like there's just zero, like this is quote unquote high end, high budget as far as porn goes. But just zero thought is put in. The first sex scene in Spider-Man XXX, a porn parody, is two random people who work at the Daily Planet?
Daily Bugle.
Bugle.
Daily Bugle. Daily Planet is Superman.
Okay, who work at the Daily Bugle, who we never see again. And
Are irrelevant to the story.
nope, and they just fuck for a long time. And this is where
it's the longest sex scene in the movie.
it is. And this is where I must make admissions. It was I don't know, 8 minutes into this sex scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, there's a lot of fucking in porn.
A lot of fucking porn.
Which is not a thing I had really thought about, because this is not the pornography I consume.
Because people are fully human.
Yeah. And who's got the time?
Got time.
Yeah. And also, regardless of what I'm consuming, it's not feature length either.
Nope.
So yeah, I guess I wasn't ready for how long and how many sex scenes there were. Yeah. But of course, it's porn.
It's porn.
You're watching porn to see humans fuck and then you jerk off to it?
Yep.
That's
the plan.
Interesting.
That's the plan. That's what they don't tell you.
The secrets of porn.
Yep. That's what they don't tell you.
Very interesting. Feels very, very foreign and alien to me. but hey, if you like it, then I guess you won't go to jail one day.
Depends what kind of porn you're making.
I will say, holy shit, they were able to do a Spider-Man movie without a goddamn origin story.
Pretty good.
Great, just like, hey, we're here. There's Spider-Man. There's some guys. Let's fuck.
You know these people, except for those first two.
Next note is please fuck Aunt May. She wasn't Marissa Tomei.
If this was made in 2022, there's no way he's not fucking his step aunt.
Oh, for
Aunt May.
Stemp Aunt May, who's Marissa Tomei lookalike?
Yeah.
You kidding me? That's happening 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
That is all porn is now. Anyone who has not seen porn in years, congratulations. Also, it's nothing but incest porn. That is literally everything. If you go to any of the porn sites,
Top 10 searches
are stepmom, stepdad, stepbrother, stepsister, and there are some that are even like actual
Not step.
Yeah.
Blood relative sister porn. Go.
Yeah.
Is that a product of COVID breaking everyone's brains? Or
I think it did exist before that,
but
it became
to this level of popularity.
Well, because they were like everybody was trapped in their
Everyone's
houses.
at home looking at their stepsister, like, well, I'm gonna have to fuck something sometime, depending on how long this goddamn pandemic goes on. Yeah. I think I'm gonna fuck my stepsister, but until I get to that, like that ravenous breaking point, I'm gonna just watch porn.
I'm gonna watch porn until I'm so bored that even my blood relative looks attractive to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I after a week of being sick and having like zero libido to go along with it, which also both this time when I was sick and when I had COVID, I feel like it's recovered basically, but I feel like when I'm sick, my dick gets smaller.
Yeah.
Like, or it's just, I guess it's just not happy.
It's
a
not,
sad dick.
It's not thrilled.
No, it was a sad dick.
Yeah.
And like the first post-sick jerk off was like,
ow, ow, ow.
It wasn't ow, but like it took a while to like, for my dick to remember what was going on. But we're back in the, don't worry. We're back in the swing.
Back in the saddle?
Yeah. With my classic 12-day refractory period.
Of course.
It's almost time for number 2.
Well, yep.
The audio mixing in this is terrible.
Well, it is porn.
But, like, I thought it was high-end porn. There is no high-end porn.
Well, there's pirates, and there's pirates too.
Sure.
But,
Beyond that,
it's not... Most people who work on it are doing it for very little pay
and meth money.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
That's fair.
We got Dick Delaware as Electro. He is 100% a member of the Thick Hog Club.
He really is.
I don't like how dark it is, though. It's darker than the rest of his body. Like notably darker than the rest of his body. I think he might have had a black man's penis implanted onto him.
Maybe. That's the dream, though, isn't it?
I suppose. I don't like a dark dick on a white man.
It's for sure weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't into it.
Nope.
Pass.
Hard pass.
I wrote, I like that Electro has sex in cheap motel rooms. Celebrities, they're just like us.
They're just like us. How about his electricity cum shot?
That's my next note. Electric cum kills the hooker. He's
Kills the
fucking
hooker.
very funny. And then he turns around, and it's unclear if we're in the same spot or if we've moved forward in time. But Kingpin is right there. I'm like, wait, was he in the room watching the whole time, or have we changed settings? Unclear. I hope he was in the room.
I think he was watching.
You were hoping Kingpin would fuck.
I'm so hoping Kingpin would fuck. That guy's so big. He was so fat.
He's a big fat fatty, yeah. He's a real big Jack Horner.
Is he a guy? Let me look him up.
Is he a guy? Where do we go? Some of the
Kingpin. Oh, Kingpin was Peter O'Toole.
Nice. So that guy obviously does fuck, unless he has the absolute gall to act in porn, name himself Peter O'Toole, and never fuck. Which, now that I say it out loud, pretty funny. I'd like to see that.
There is a different. Let me just clarify that it's a different guy. There might be a different porn star. Yeah, different porn star whose name is Peter O, like OH space Tool.
This one's apostrophe.
I know it is, and yeah. He must just be like a nobody who is in porn movies, just like an extra guy who does non-fucking acting, because he's not in here. Like nothing comes up for him doing porn. There's just the other Peter O'Toole. Well, O'Toole.
If someone could put us in touch with Kingpin from this movie,
I'm in.
We'd like to get his ear. We have some ideas for him.
Peter O'Toole. What a character.
Some of the effects in this are not bad. Like, the electric cum is not bad. Spider-Man doing some web shit is not bad.
Yeah.
The Spider-Man costume is actually good.
Yeah, it's like good quality.
It's like a replica of like the Raimi Spider-Man movie costume. It looks good. Not all the costumes are good. Like Electro's was bought from like the porn version of Party City.
Yep.
And as were several of the others. But yeah, the Spider-Man looks good. And because this is really the first Spider-Man stuff happening. Also, there's 4 minutes of plot in the movie. Like, we don't get to do a lot that isn't random fucking.
Right. His real government name is Paul Michael Bolin.
This is the fat guy?
Yep.
Bolin's a good fat name.
He has been in The Godfather XXX, a Dream Zone parody.
Nice.
Clerks XXX, a porn parody.
Ooh.
Beyond Fucked, a zombie odyssey.
You think he plays Silent Bob in the Clerks one?
He plays Customer.
Lame.
I know it's not this, but it's so funny.
What's up, Chuckles?
He's in a movie, a non-porn movie, called Saint Bernard, and I was like,
"Please be dog.
Someone's
please
fucking
be dog.
a dog.
Please
It's
be dog.
not.
Please
It's a
be
guy
dog.
named Bernard.
Boo! Get a dog
He
suit.
was also in Deadpool XXX, an Axel Braun parody, X-Men XXX, an Axel Braun parody. So he's
a parody man.
Yeah, he's just like a comedy.
If I told you I was a parody man, you would agree.
Like a comedy.
Ooh, my
fat guy actor. Who
my
does...
post sick voice is like not bad. Daniel Day.
Yeah.
If I told you I was a gay man, you would agree.
He's in Star Wars XXX porn parody.
You would agree.
He's in
Andrew,
The Flintstones, a XXX parody where he plays Fred. You'd imagine Fred would fuck in the movie. Right?
I would imagine he would fuck Dino the dinosaur.
Well, either way, he's Fred Flintstone. So you're telling me he's not gonna fuck? He's the head of the Flintstone family.
I would like to fuck Betty Rubble in half.
This
is my new character. I'm Daniel gave you.
Nice. I remember finding a porn magazine when I was like younger that had the Flint,
Used in the woods.
that had the Flint bones.
Nice.
As one of the things.
Was Dino in the mix?
No, I don't think so.
There's such a lack of
Dinosaur representation.
such a lack of vision in porn.
Yeah, I think if it's mainstream, they're not going to put dino fucking in it. Okay, here's the movie. You're telling me that Fred Flintstone doesn't have sex in this movie. He's the main character.
Well, probably maybe not if he's that fat.
I mean, he's very fat in this.
He's very fat.
Here he is again, and now here's a guy as Mr. What's the boss guy's name?
Flint?
Mr. Flint?
Let me.
Wasn't it? Isn't it a dinosaur pun?
No, it's a rock pun.
A rock pun, yeah. Here's Barney, who's like hotter, like he's like a hunky guy. So
Always has been.
obviously Barney's fucking.
Rick Moranis, you kidding me?
Yep. Nope, that is definitely not Fred. How can you do a Flintstones parody?
That is interesting to have a Flintstones porn
not
parody and not have Fred Flintstone fuck.
Flintstone fuck.
Wilma, Betty and Barney.
Here's
Bam Bam.
Here's grown-up Bam Bam and grown-up Pebbles fucking in the garage.
That's cool, but a little cowardly that they age them up.
Yeah, well, you know.
Again, I guess mainstream porn, you gotta
be okay. You gotta
cater. You gotta cater to the masses. Can't fuck a dinosaur. Can't have caveman kids fuck.
Come on, Fred. Why?
Sure, I don't think he's gonna fuck.
I know.
I think he is a big fat guy who is
funny.
in lots of porn, whose name is Peter O'Toole,
Yeah.
and doesn't fuck.
I know.
Which is absurd, but I love it.
I just got through pretty much the whole movie, and I can confirm he does not.
Doesn't even like finger blast Dino,
Nothing.
or the bird record player.
Bird record player.
And the bird says it's a living after he gets his cloaca blasted.
Nope, I don't think so.
I could write such a better Flintstones porn parody. And say, like, even with these limitations, like, Scott, write a Flintstones porn parody. Fred doesn't fuck. Easy. Done.
I can't believe it. The only thing that happens is he's sitting in his like on top of the dinosaur like whatever the fuck it is, like the operating tower thing.
Yeah.
And he looks out and a bird shits in his face and it looks like cum.
That's fun.
That's the only thing he does in this movie. How he does not he's the main character of the show.
I know. I understand your frustration.
It's just so weird.
I understand. I get it.
How? It's mind-boggling. Anyways, Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole, ladies and gentlemen. So when they're doing Spider-Man stuff and Mary Jane has also been introduced, I'm like, oh, they have to do Upside Down Blowjob.
Yep.
And
they sure as
they do.
Shit do.
Good for them. And I was thinking, that can't be the first time this has come up. They must have done something like that in one of the 2000s parody movies that ends in the word movie.
Yeah.
In an epic movie, or was there a superhero
There was a superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's not
like,
a superhero movie.
But they had to. Like, for this to be the first, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Upside Down Kiss was what, 2002?
2002.
Spider-Man 1?
Yep. You're right.
Yeah, so there's no way in 9 years someone didn't think Spider-Man drops a little lower and we get down to business.
Yes. Did we?
Sam Raimi probably wanted it, and they said no.
Probably. He's a cool guy.
He is a cool guy.
Did we know that the girl who played Mary Jane
Was Kirsten Dunst?
is one of the former porn star girlfriends of Charlie Sheen, who he probably gave AIDS to?
Nice. I did not know that. Or called the N-word while he was watching child porn.
No, that was Denise Richards. That was his wife.
Okay. He wouldn't do that to just a whore.
No. But how about the fact that she didn't immediately divorce him the first time?
That is interesting. At that point, it's kind of on Denise.
100%?
Yeah.
1,000%. She's also...
Charlie, please stop watching child porn. Go fuck
Go
yourself.
fuck yourself. She was also in Pee-wee's Triple X Adventure, a porn parody.
Which Paul Rubens was actually in.
I mean, maybe.
That's what he got in trouble for.
That's what he got in trouble for? No, that's not what he got in trouble for.
Oh, what did he get in trouble for? Jerking off in a porn theater? What a criminal.
Just like Fred Willard.
We need both of their records expunged.
I agree. Scott, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not the one who's going to get that done. You need to go to the Supreme Court and tell them that...
And tell them, hey, love what you're doing with Roe v. Wade. But... Can we
exonerate Fred Willard and
talk
Paul
about
Rubens?
Jerking it in a porn theater? The thing you're supposed to do in a porn theater, but somehow bad when you're a celebrity.
Correct.
Go to hell.
Yeah, you're only against the law if you are a famous child actor or a children's actor.
Yeah. Let's not Gloria Sotomayor, if that is your real name.
Is it?
Ketanji Ms. Jackson by Outkast. Mm-hmm. Look, the black one with the cool wife, Clarence Thomas. I like him. Ruth, the dead one.
The dead one.
She's fun.
Anthony Scalia,
the biggest coward in the court.
Biggest coward.
He's cool. No, he's dead too, right?
He's dead too.
Yeah. Obviously, party boy Brett Kavanaugh.
Yep.
Damn, Trump got so many appointees in.
He really did.
That's what a...
And he's gonna be there for the rest of his life.
What a huge bummer.
The rest of his fucking
Trump got 3
life.
justices in it, right?
Yep.
And
I
think he got 3.
2? Who's the other one?
Some white bitch.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Fucking Lauren Boebert.
She'd be an excellent Supreme Court justice.
I'm all.
I mean, you wouldn't mind her in any job, I don't think.
Not at all.
Is there anything she can't do?
Nope. Not even a little bit. Don't care. You can be crazy and firearms and pro-abortion or anti-abortion and yeah, I'm still into you.
As long as I can see your tits.
She's the same age as me, so I'm fine with it.
Nice.
How sad is that? She's the same age as me.
She's ruining a whole country.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
She's I'm ruining this podcast.
Fair. Baby steps. Think globally, act locally.
That's, yeah. And then I'm going to start telling some local jokes.
First ruin a podcast, then ruin a country.
Yeah.
I bet she started by ruining podcasts.
She might have been. I'm sure she ruins podcasts.
I mean, Lauren Boebert really seems like she could ruin a podcast. But not this one. We welcome her with open arms.
I would gladly.
Open arms and open legs.
There's only 2 seats, Lauren. You got to choose which one you're going to sit on. Scott doesn't want it, so it's going to be me. And then I said that to Josh, and he was like disgusted with me.
He was mad at you. He was very mad at you for wanting to fuck Lauren Boebert. Yeah. Not a fan.
No, he was not a fan.
No, he was mad.
Yeah.
Did he leave the room?
We were upstairs outside on the balcony getting changed.
Oh, yeah,
and he like stormed back inside because he was so annoyed by it. He was just like, ugh. God. And I'm like, well, you know what, Josh? The heart wants what the heart wants.
Absolutely.
I can't help that I find her attractive, even though she's one of the worst people in America.
One of the most obvious rhetorical questions of all time is then asked in the movie, pre-coitus, costume or no costume. I'm like, a question I find myself asking and being asked all too often. And the answer is invariably costume.
Dumb.
Like, what are you
Dumb.
talking about?
Dumb.
MJ fucks someone else. I write MJ, you slut.
Correct.
Peter fucks someone else. And a lot of people are going to call me out for not calling Peter a slut for fucking someone else when I just did MJ. But in my defense, I hate women.
Correct.
So I think I'm covered.
I think you're covered.
Yeah.
I think you're all covered. Head to toe in a hijab.
Then they have the balls to set up a sequel.
Which
They set up a sequel that happens, but the sequel they set up isn't the sequel they do. Because they set up a sequel with Doc Ock,
Yes.
but then the actual sequel is a Superman crossover?
There is a sequel in 2014 that I guess we missed the first time around.
Oh.
But it is...
Well, you know what? It's a good thing we had to do this whole podcast twice.
But it is-
Because imagine not catching the Spider-Man XXX sequel.
It is all different people, though.
Oh.
And a different director. And a different company, perhaps?
Okay.
But there appears to be a Gwen Stacy Spider Girl, and Mysterio, and yep, that is porn. That is in fact porn. Yeah,
That's porn.
I thought this was like the whole thing. It's just Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man having sex in full costumes. Spider-Gwen's costume is bad. Like it is obviously her,
Yeah.
but it looks like it's cheaply made. The Spider-Man costume is the exact same Spider-Man.
It's good, yeah.
So, but I thought this was going to be like the full...
As long as the man gets the nicer costume.
Well, he's the lead. You think he's not going to get the nicer
True.
costume?
Name above the title, bitch.
Yeah. Well...
And I think there's at the end they bring a couple people. Is there like a Black Widow involvement or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. At any rate, this had a Spidey Avengers crossover way before the Sony Marvel deal, and I don't think that would have been able to be brokered without this piece of pornography.
This was
I
a
think
groundbreaking...
This paved the way.
Yeah.
Like I think Marvel was looking at it, they're like, shit, we got to make something happen with Sony.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can't let porn happen.
can't let porn beat us again.
I love that you can just call it a parody, and you can just kind of use the likenesses and stuff. And
Oh
the
yeah, you
name.
can use the likenesses,
like-
the names, the costumes.
So
go nuts.
Bon Cop, Bad Cop. What's your fucking problem? You couldn't just call it an NHL parody?
The Toronto Loyalists.
Loyalists. Loyal
No.
to Toronto.
I will not have it.
At least they weren't called like the Toronto Canadiens and the Montreal Quebecs.
That'd actually be kind of fun.
I mean, that'd be really funny, but...
I kind of like that now.
Well, let's start writing Bon Cop, Bad Cop 3
Nice.
with the same plot as the first movie.
Ooh.
And then we'll do that.
We're doing a Star Wars Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Let's just do the first one again.
The first one again. Or like most franchise reboots.
Yeah.
That are all just retelling the same story, but slightly different so nobody notices.
Or more gritty.
Or more gritty. Like doing the gritty, or like Gritty the mascot for the
Like
Philadelphia Flyers?
starring gritty.
Nice.
Yeah. Wouldn't you want to see Christopher Nolan's Batman starring gritty?
Yeah.
Be fun.
I would love it.
How are we for time, and how are you feeling?
Just hitting 3 hours.
Okay.
And I've been playing Uno to keep myself
Oh my
awake,
God.
so probably not great.
Probably not great. I feel like you're gonna want energy to yell about Free Guy,
Absolutely, I am.
and that's something you don't currently have.
Nope.
Even though you drank 2 delicious
Yes.
zero sugar.
I
energy
also
drinks
woke up at 6:30 this morning
because
I
smoked
smoked
weed
too much
too
weed
early
last night
and
and
fell
fell
asleep
asleep
too
really
early.
early. Yeah, that is exactly the way that happened. My body is still not acclimatized to the marijuana intake.
you know what to fix that.
Do I know what will fix that, or I don't want to fix that?
Do you know what will fix that?
More marijuana?
Rubs.
Yeah, but it's not going to help right now.
He's being coy.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if your tongue stays as silver when you're unconscious. The second best threat of the day after I'm going to fuck you and kill you at the same time.
Same time.
Yeah, so apologies to I guess 1 to the female race and 2 to Alex B / Mr. AI Games. Guess we're gonna do Free Guy next time, as well as Decision to Leave from,
And that's it.
I'll get
Just those.
Just the from Chairman Meow. So we're gonna do those 2, but hey, Mr. AI Games, don't worry, not next week, because next week is an emergency Oscars preview.
Yay.
So we'll do that, and then the next week we'll probably do those two and some more.
We're gonna have to do some rebooking
We're gonna do those
right now.
two and some more, but not as many as we were planning to do, because we seem to have encountered an impasse with our silliness.
Yeah, we need supervision is what we need. We need somebody off air.
Is that the guy that fucks Wanda?
Wanda
Supervision?
Supervision?
Isn't Vision the guy?
No, just Vision.
Yeah, I know, but it was close enough. Fuck you.
No.
You love Marvel references.
Do I?
They're your favorite. Can't get enough.
I didn't realize I was a big Marvel guy.
They're like catnip to you.
Catnip is like catnip to you.
True.
I didn't realize I was considered a Marvel guy.
Absolutely, one of the biggest.
I've seen most of them, I guess, except for like the newer ones, and no shows, which then made Josh mad at me.
A little bit.
WandaVision's so good. Like, oh, Moon Knight's so good. I think he said that about everything we mentioned. And then afterwards, Kelly was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, Kelly also watches anything, but also doesn't like a lot of it.
Yes.
Like, he's more discerning. But Josh was very, he was actually kind of self-aware.
Yeah.
He's like, I often wonder if I should be... like watch things with a more critical eye, because he does say like, I kind of love everything, and I'm like, hey, if that works for you, great. Like, we're too full of hate for that.
Yeah,
but
we
if
can't
you still
all
have
do
that youthful innocence where you can watch and enjoy Moon Knight, then fucking great, dude.
Yep. We can't all do podcasts where we have to watch movies that we don't actually like.
Yeah,
for the most part.
So that's the plan.
Yep. That's what we'll do.
And
we're rebooking.
We're gonna do a big reorg right now.
I just won.
Uno?
Yeah.
Good job. Proud of you. I
got to do to keep myself fucking awake, man.
I don't think I've ever played Uno.
Oh, Uno's fun.
What do you think about that?
I think you're not...
I think I might have forgotten to have a childhood.
Maybe.
Because I feel like there's a lot of kid things I never did.
Ride a bike.
Play Uno, get shown affection from either parent. Yeah, I feel like I missed like a couple things.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I mean, not everybody can play badminton and whatever else you did with your life.
Nah, that's most of it. It's mostly badminton.
Badminton and bussy? I don't know.
The two Bs.
The two big Bs.
Badminton, Bussy, and Bryan Singer.
Bryan Singer.
So,
International waters.
That's the deal, folks. Sorry for only, 6.5 hours this week?
Yeah.
A record low.
Well, it's for our own mental health.
It's not the 9 we did last time. But on the plus side, you might actually get to hear this, which you didn't with the 9 hours.
True.
So I think 6.5 you can hear beats almost nothing that you can't hear. So we're going to call this a win.
Hopefully there's no squeaks every second in this one.
If there is, I'm going to lose my goddamned mind.
I hope you do.
I hope you do. I hope I have to put you in the nut house.
I hope.
The funny farm. The freak wharf.
A freak wharf. I like a freak wharf.
Yeah. Because there's a maritime feel to it.
Maritime law.
Yeah, and also my throat's starting to hurt a bit. So I'm also okay not talking for another probably 90 minutes minimum.
Okay, how about the fact that I loaded up the second Spider-Man porn parody. The first scene, no superheroes involved. It's just people.
Is it more bugle middle management?
It's like a guy picking up a hooker or following a hooker, and a bunch of guys like make her suck his dick and then rob him of money.
What the fuck?
And then he runs away. Then all the guys are banging the hooker. And if as soon as I fast forward through the actual sex acts, I can see if Spider-Man saves the hooker, I guess.
What is going on?
I don't know. This is all terrible. But no Dick Delaware, so
it's probably not as good.
Man, this first scene is like 11 minutes of not any sign of Spider-Man. And then he's finally in it. And what does he do? He appears to be literally doing nothing. He doesn't save her from getting 3-on-1. So what is the point of the opening scene?
Let us write your porn.
Let us write your porn. Let Scott write your Manscaped punch up. No, punch up.
Let me write the copy for your new product lunch.
Product launch.
You silly geese.
Scott, they're gonna pull our funding.
No,
they're gonna take back the money they've paid us. They're gonna refund us the money. 3 hours 4 minutes.
Solid.
Sorry about Free Guy.
One day